Hello, hello, everybody, and welcome to World's Grand Finals 2024. It's going to be a good one. We've got the two teams ready to go. They are here. We'll get into that in just a moment. We got to introduce who we have today. I'm not going to be here for casting with you guys. We have two very special casters for you guys today. Welcome them in. We have Jake and Jesse with us today. So, guys, how are we doing today?
Yeah, wonderful to be here. Another World Finals that will be played, best of 7 action as well. So lots of fun to be had in just a few moments. Of course, I'm super excited to be here again.
Indeed, it's the beginning of the end here, the first day of 2 of the Grand Finals. It's going to be a lot of fun, folks.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. So, Jake, Jesse, anything particular that you guys are excited to see today between these two teams? Before we go too deep into it, anything that you guys are expecting?
I mean, it's the El Clasico, so it will deliver no matter what, right? Reign versus Invictus, two of the biggest names in the criticalops history. If you're thinking about these two teams, it is the derby once more having it, but now also for the first time, I believe, for the first time in a best of 7 format. So in that way, it can't get better than this, I feel like.
It really can't. Only thing I want to see is some KSG action, gentlemen. Pull it out just for me, please.
Yep. So we got some requests. Hopefully they can be fulfilled, Jay. Hopefully we get to see that. I'll be excited to see. But let's go ahead and put you guys back in the basement real quick while we go into kind of what we've done to get here. So guys, this is how we have done it. This Worlds we have gotten from stage 1, which was our open qualifiers. This was single elimination. So if you guys lost, you were out, unfortunately. Now this was best of 3s. Anyone could pretty much join in from any region, be able to hop in, but top 8 was able to qualify to go to the next stage. Now, as we moved along with that, this is where we got a little bit more fun mixed into it. We did have the double elimination brackets for Eurasia and Americas, and this was the best of 3s as well. Again, if you lost, you had a little bit of saving grace. You're able to drop down and work your way back up. So nothing too crazy. Again, pretty used to that. But now that we have left Stage 2, we've left the regionals. Now, hey, we have worked our way here to stage 3 for the playoffs. This was what we just got done with. And so we got to do a little bit of roulette action as we went from Americas and Eurasias and swapped everybody around from upper and lower, or first and second. Now, if you won first place, you're able to skip your way through and you were able to save yourself because this was single elimination. So those first set of matches, if you lost, that was it. But we've worked through those. We just completed those, so check that off the list. And now we're going to be rolling here into the grand finals, which is right here at the end. This will be a best of 7 over 2 days. So today we will have maps 1 through 3. And then tomorrow, whatever's left. You know, will we have a 0 to 3? Will we have 2 to 1? We shall see, whatever it comes out to be. And then, of course, again, tomorrow we'll have some more matches coming your way. Now, whoever wins that, of course, will become the World Champion 2024. And, well, what did they get? Let's go ahead and slide over here and find out for the pricing. So, ultimately, we have $25,000 up for grabs as a whole. But first place themselves, what everybody is working for today with Reign and Invictus. One of these two teams will gain the first place position for that $12,000. 7 legitimate on your finger NIRL 7 championships rings. We do have the 7 knives. We do have some gloves to give out too, plus the 25,000 credits. Again, that is 7 in total for all of those. Second place, somebody will be getting that today, or I guess as of tomorrow, when whoever we get to figure out who's going to be our champion. We'll have that $6,000 plus the 7 knives and gloves, plus 15,000 credits, respectively. So one of these two teams today will be gaining one of these 2 slots. And it's going to be a good time. But we do need to check out, because we got that preview for you for those knives and gloves that they'll be able to take home with them. Absolutely gorgeous. Looking like you got some gold fingers running around. You're wanting to swipe everybody. And those knives look incredible. But That's what these teams will be getting no matter what. Everybody's going to be walking out with a pair of these, and it's going to look fantastic. So if you see these in game, just know it may be a rough time. If you find that if you're just playing some regular public matches, you see these, just know you're going to learn a lot today. But we do need to thank and congratulate our qualified teams that have made it all the way through. And of course, the two teams that are still here. Our qualified teams, they have just, they've worked hard. They've done great to get here. And ultimately, we have unfortunately lost some of these teams due to some of these matches. UE, No Mercy, Xenocide, Evil Vision, unfortunately, have dropped out. And of course, we'll have those final standings for which placements that they got later. But ultimately, today we have Rain and Invictus. They are going to be here and they're going to have a good time. And we'll be able to chat with them here shortly. A little wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But what I will wink and nudge over to you guys, though, is the rewards. So, guys, make sure that you guys are going to mobileesports.org and you guys are being for your free rewards for watching, for just being here. Now, of course, we will let you know in chat and on live with when those rewards are open. So you guys will be able to go there, say, hey, I'm here, I'm watching, and you get some freebies. So just make sure that you're listening in for those or checking in the chat for when that gets ultimately bumped. Now, you may still see people spamming it, so they might be hard to see in chat. So again, just keep an ear open and you'll be able to get that. So no worries. But back to the goods. So we do have the map pool that we'll be going through. If you guys are just tuning in, this first one, this is our lineup here. We do have Canals, Bureau, Port, Raid, Soar, Grounded, and Plaza. These are the options that the players and teams have to choose. We will see some version of pretty much everything because, being a best of 7, there's plenty of maps that had to be played. And so depending on how these matches go and who wins, we may or may not see pretty much all of them. Or we may just get cut off at a certain point because, once someone gets so many points, they win. So we'll see. Ultimately, they will have to make those choices. We will have to get with the teams to figure out what those maps will be that they get to choose, what order, what they like, what they don't like. Again, there will be some strategic measures put into place for what they want to do first, whether if it's their opponent's worst map or maybe one they're not so good on, or will they start on their best, their own favorites. You never really know what the mentality is that's going to be behind that, but we may find out very soon what that's going to be. But ultimately, Rain and Invictus, they will be here. They're going to be playing, and they will be demonstrating why they are here at the grand finals. All right. And, what we do need to find out now that they're here is we will be going into live vetoes here, and we'll be able to talk with the captains here. We'll be able to get in there and kind of dig in a little bit on their mentality, what their plans are, and we will be hearing them here with us on the determination on the live map vetoes. So let's dig in. All right. Thank you, guys. We are into the live map vetoes, and well, I have some special guests. We have Faultless and Jimmy here in the chat. Welcome, guys.
Yo.
All right.
Hello.
So welcome. We do appreciate you guys coming in and doing this with us live. It's going to be good. And, ultimately, you guys have the power here to be able to choose what we're looking to see today. So best of luck with your choices, and let's see what you guys have for us.
Okay, well, are we doing the map van right now?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Invictus is picking the map first. Let's go.
All right. So you guys are getting the chance to go first. So
okay.
Feel free.
All right, we picking first. Oh, wait, let me.
No pressure.
Right. Yeah, no pressure. I like this map.
All right. Soar, first one coming in. Love it.
What do you think, Faultless? What do you think? This guy doesn't care, bro.
Not
Yo.
quite sure. Yeah, strong silent type. We'll see. Now it's going to be up to Faultless be able to make the next pick. We will see maybe some connection potential issues. We'll see.
In the meantime, I'll just tell you guys, I like Soar a lot. It's a good map for Invictus, you know. We played against Rain before in the Eurasia qualifiers on Soar. We managed to take the win, so pretty confident about picking it and taking it now.
Fantastic. Yeah, you guys have at least some abilities. You've done it before. You've taken the W, so might as well see if you guys can do it again. Well, we'll give it a minute. It looks like
Yeah, me.
Sorry, everything's logging for me. Yeah.
There we go.
Let's go, Vlad.
I'm here and ready. Yeah, that was a interesting pick from Jimmy. Anyways, I guess we'll go for grounded.
Grounded.
All
swear.
right.
Nah,
Let's bring
nah,
it in.
that's unexpected. That's unexpected.
Hey,
That's
went
actually
back to the
that's
airport.
actually unexpected. That's unexpected. But this one, that's not unexpected. You must have seen that one coming, Flawless.
Well, if I'm not mistaken,
Oh,
though, Jimmy,
yeah,
you guys
bro.
have not done grounded yet.
Yeah, we haven't played grounded yet, but we practice a lot on grounded, you know. So I think
Yep.
we're confident. But I know Flawless also practice a lot on grounded.
Oh yeah, so I guess we're gonna find out
Yeah.
today. And it looks like you guys pulled in Bureau as well. So let's go ahead and see how that is. Your guys' win rates are very close on this one, so
Yeah.
this will be hopefully a good close matchup on that.
I can give you a fun
Yeah, I
fact on
love
grounded as well.
how it goes first. And I guess we'll stick to raid now.
Oh, Raid! First game tomorrow. Okay.
Okay. All right. Well,
Okay,
now you
what's
guys
this?
know at least what you're going to be starting with. All right, Jimmy, what you got for us?
Man, I'm thinking. I need to ask my team, actually. I need to ask my team, bro. We need to talk about this one.
The deliberation. Well, so far we have Soar, ground.
Okay, Jimmy,
Euro,
what's
raid.
your next pick?
Yeah, I'm asking my team, mate. I didn't expect these maps to be left, bro. I thought you guys were gonna pick Port. Well, I didn't think you were gonna pick grounded. Like ground is that's me. I don't know. Like, what is that pick, bro? All right. Port it is. Port it is.
All right,
Happens.
let's bring it.
I know Fowler's been practicing a lot on Port, but we also been practicing. You know, I like that's gonna be a very high level match. I think.
Well,
Oh,
that's gonna be fantastic.
let's go, baby. Canals. Oh!
I'll go for classic and peak canals. I think that's gonna be
Yeah.
the best map only possible.
Look at that for Canals. Classic Rain doing their just absolute best map for years. And our decider will be Plaza. So we have not seen Plaza at all from either one of you guys at all through this entirety. But if we need it, if we get there, we will be seeing it finally make its appearance. I'm so excited for that one.
Man, man,
Yeah,
this is
hopefully
so
we'll
good.
come to the plaza and show the interesting match.
I like these maps, Folders. I like these maps, you know? I'm surprised with grounded though. Like some question marks on the grounded for me. What do you think? Is this expected maps for us? Like you expect these maps?
Well, I didn't expect to have grounded this early on, but you know what? As well, that's totally fine. But I mean, hey, we get a little bit of coastal action with Soar. It's going to be, you know, nice and warm. Headed over to grounded, a little bit chilly, and then we get to go into well, the bleak office building. But you know what? They got air conditioning and heating, so that's fine.
Let's go, man. Oh, I'm so ready, bro.
Yeah, this is going to be exciting. Again, Soar, grounded, Bureau, raid, port, canals, and then Plaza. In that order will be your map. So the first three today will be Soar, grounded, Bureau will be what we will at least see today. And then tomorrow, potentially, we will see all the way down to Plaza. But we will just have to wait and see how everything falls between everybody today. Jimmy, Faultless, do appreciate you guys coming in and doing these live vetoes with us and giving us that live thoughts about what the expectations are with all the picks. We get to see them pop up normally, but we get to see the reactions normally. So I love it. All right, well, back over here, we will be going into, so it'll be again Rain and Invictus. These were their map picks, and we will be going into those here shortly. The players now need to get into the game, get into the lobby, and make sure that everybody is good to go on their teams. So this will be exciting to see. Now, let's go ahead and slide back over with everybody as far as casters go. So back over with Jake and Jesse. So you guys got to be here to see the live map vetoes, and what do you guys think as far as the way the picks went?
Yeah, I think sort of it shows what I've seen from both of the teams, right? I had a nice interview with both of them as well, which we'll see more of in the later part of the stream. But I see confidence, particularly on the side from Invictus, and with a grounded pick so early on, it shows that Rain aren't fully, I think they're trying to play it on the long game or more of the strategical aspect rather than just being very confident in themselves. And what's also a funny aspect is we're going to have a world decider, if we get the full best of 7, on a map that neither of the two have played in this entire World Championship. So if we're going all the way, we're going to have untouched ground for either one, which is crazy to imagine.
Wild card for the decider. I think I called Soar as the first map last week. I'm just going to pat myself on the back. If I didn't, I'm going to say I did because it's in my mind. But what an incredible map pool here we're going to be playing on. Again, Soar for map 1, map 2, Grounded, and then Bureau for map number 3. So you have a very, really CT-sided set of maps here to start off on. So winning that knife, getting that pistol round, I think is going to be really important here for these teams to go ahead and get those on their side.
Yeah, I totally agree. And especially with Soar, this one being the first one. Again, Jimmy was able to pick this one first, and they have historically, as he mentioned, that they have beat Rain before on Soar, which in most terms, Soar is one of the wild cards for Rain that they are really good at and usually take the W on. So I think it'll be very interesting to see just how Invictus is going to be able to play this today, or if Rain's patch those holes. Again, we'll find out because that's going to be our first map.
Yeah. Looking forward to it. I mean, Soar, like you said, Amos, it's been a map, generally speaking, not much played for Rain. Every time they play it, they've looked quite good on it, but I kind of feel like Invictus got the edge on that one. They very comfortable on it. When you look at the previous time we saw them play against each other, Soar is definitely a map I look forward to watching, and I would kind of think Invictus is going to go to that way. Then, that second day, starting off with Raid, what Jimmy was so excited about it is particular because he kind of expected that map to be really, really close. So starting off that second day in the way of like two of the strongest teams in the world on one map that is so heavy aim fight, heavy aim based, that's going to be a crazy way to start off the second day. And if the first day goes 3-0 for either one of the teams, that could be an ending stage already, or it could be the way back into things spiraling out of control on the rest of the maps.
Absolutely. Yeah. That could be the final nail in the coffin or the breakaway. Now, as we go into day 2, Port, I think is going to be crazy. I mean, Rain holding that in their back pocket, but as Jimmy mentioned, they've been practicing it as well. So he feels pretty confident that, that one could go either way, that they've been practicing. Rain is just inherently has been good on it. But we'll go ahead and figure that out tomorrow as we got to go ahead and hop over and check out the teams so everybody gets familiar who is playing today. We will be checking the players out here just to kind of give you guys a rundown and history of everything for the team. So Invictus will be first. So we have everybody ready to go. We have a lot of good experience here, Jesse, and I'm excited to see exactly what everybody's going to be able to do. Now, we do have a fun little factoid that all but 3 have played with Rain before, as far as the team goes.
Yeah. Yeah, they've all been a part of the Rain organization at some point, right? Jimmy, Valley, and Vulgrant that haven't played under the Rain banner at some point, so they will know a lot about each other in that particular way. Also, Nexera and Mosha were a part of Rain when they won Worlds last year. We could see a game where there's 9 out of 10 players that have played in the grand finals last time as well being played, but we got his team ready for you. And the thing I really like about Invictus, right? On paper, you look at the team, you see a Jimmy and an Xera that can both be very good on the IGL side of things, but then you're coming in to have a Noxic and a Melik and a Vulgrant coming in, 3 players that are insane individually. Noxic, for example, has been a part of 3 teams in the past where he has started that team 1 season of Pro League and immediately won the thing with that team. He's the only player that has won 3 times in a World Championship before, or World Championship in a Pro League before. So that's really great to see. This lineup has a lot of potential also on the individual side of things. And looking at the tournament history of Invictus themselves, it's a little bit awkward because they have not played all too much, right? Pro League Season 1, which was the first real notable event after all the circuit events that they did. Got first place in season 5 of circuit. First place Endless of Victory Season 2, second place in Pro League Season 1, and then they won Pro League Season 2 coming in, where there's now currently 4 players that were in that team in the past, still Noxic, Vulgrant, Jimmy, and Melik, which have all won Pro League Season 2, if we get to the second tournament page. And since then, it's kind of been mediocre, because that lineup left Jimmy as the orc of this team, or the orc owner of this team, has left the scene. Everyone went to Mullet Mafia, or in that sense, Rain, and now for the World Championship, because Jimmy is back to full potential to play again, this lineup has gotten, or this orc kind of has gotten back together and is now playing again for the trophy, because even though all of that has happened, they've won Pro League Season 2 with Jimmy. Before that, he wasn't in there. Now they find themselves with Jimmy again, and they're in a grand finals again, AMS. So that's insane. Jimmy just gives so much effect to this team.
Yes, he does. And the fact that they've been able to scrounge back up together, they now have a Jimmy in the mix, and they just have so much potential, and they've done so much in the past. And so as they've worked their way forward, again, that 4th place, 10th place, it's not the best, 16th, they've been able to recover, and now they're here. They're in the grand finals, Worlds, and now they're here to showcase themselves. And well, one way or the other, they're getting 1st or 2nd place, but that gold marker next to it with 1st place would be absolutely fantastic for them to see here. But next, we're going to go ahead and check out Rain. They need no introductions. You know the name. It's been here forever. And of course, our lineup, a bunch of well-known names as well. Of course, we mentioned Faultless. He was here earlier in the live vetoes. Fallen Knight, Shadow, Myline, Dunley. And I mean, again, another team, another plethora of experience. I mean, look at Faultless with his 222 professional mass play. That is an invaluable amount of information in his head.
Together with Myline, the only one that has ever won 2 world championships. Fallen Knight getting 1 as well from previous year. But before that, it was all different. There was all a different lineup coming in and all that kind of stuff. Donnelly, of course, joining late after sort of Pro League Season 3, he started to get more and more involved into Rain, and him together with Stizex joining, with then Shadow coming from the Mullet Mafia sort of style. They bring out some other players, that team kind of falling apart, most of them going to Invictus, Shadow looking to find a space, and that's where obviously Rain came into play. Looking quite good, right, in terms of how they've played as of recent, together with Stizex as well, which is also partially playing a lot with this team and is filling in quite nicely with the team of what Rain is going for. So I hope to see a lot from Stizex as well coming in, considering he has so little experience, right? He has only really played 1 season of Pro League himself, which was in Season 1. Since then has been finding himself, or trying to find himself, a new home, and now in the World Championship, potentially playing in a World Finals. So that's going to be quite interesting, with a lot of World Finals experience, right? Shadow being on the other side of the coin last season by getting 2nd place. He's joining the big force right now by going on to Rain.
Yep. And as we know, Rain, as I mentioned, they have been here a while. All the way since the beginning. Circuit Season 1, 2, 3, 1st places. 4 and 5? Yeah, we don't talk about those. Yeah, 14th to 6th place. Didn't really go too well on those. Running over to Ambers of Victory, Season 1, 2, and 3. We got 16th place, but then rolling back into season 2 and 3, getting second place. Pro League, again, from very one, having first place. Pro League number 2, getting third. And we roll on to the last and final page as we see the last bits of information for them. We have 5th place in season 3, and then, they were a little flip-floppy, right? But now in Worlds, we have 2022, 2023, first places, really knocking it out of the park. And now they're looking to make it a third.
Yeah, that would be great. 3 in a row would be nice. I mean, in Pro League, they haven't really competed all too much, right? There were some things that didn't go all too well for Rain. But yeah, as soon as they get into the Worlds and as soon as they get into the World Grand Finals, Amasa, they've been another beast to deal with. So in that sense, Rain also, with the most longest standing organization, gonna be quite good. Let's look at the head-to-head to break down what exactly these players are coming from, with us starting off from the top, right? The highest rated players in the server, Malik, which has actually been in Rain before, but things didn't really work out for the season that he was supposed to play. Didn't play all too much, together with Mylan, of course, the 2-time world champion. On the side, winning Pro League once as well with Rain to start things off, and then a second place from time to time with Elevate. Went to NA, where he's also playing for right now, or from right now, so that's quite interesting, having a little bit of ping on his disadvantage. Then moving on to the second layer of players, revving ourselves Shadow and Vulgrant. Last seasons played together with each other when they were on Mullet Mafia, but Shadow joining the likings of Rain because he actually wants to win something instead of getting second place. Let's hope he's going to be able to do it for himself, while Vulgrant is, of course, hungry for a title after being twice second place in the grand final of the Pro League, winning it once under the leadership of Jimmy and getting World Championship second place last year. He's also hungry for a title this time around. Fallen Knight, next to Myline and Faultless, the player that has actually managed to win a world championship in the past, together with Veli, which we're actually going to be seeing also from that Mullet Mafia team. Getting actually second place against Invictus when he played in the second season of Pro League. So in that way, also joining the dark side, getting his hands or his toes dipped into the action. Noxic versus Donnelly, 2 players that played with each other on Violent GG, which was the winners of Pro League Season 3. A very unknown lineup till that date. We all still remember the time where we said, like, Violent GG. Oh, it's nice that we're seeing Noxic and some other dudes. Donnelly was one of those other dudes, but they immediately won the Pro League, so they definitely must be doing something right now, facing off against each other in this grand final. Second in line is, or the 5th in line, I should say, StizX versus Mosha. Mosha, that also joined Myline and Rain on a chance to be the world champion, which they actually managed to do, still playing from the NA side of things for college, while StizX is a new force in the criticalops scene, finding himself on Rain, and actually one of the first times we see him joining the server. So quite interesting to see what those are going to be able to do. Faultless and Nexera, they were also in part of that legacy lineup of Rain, winning Worlds last year, with Faultless being the IGL with probably one of the most maps out there in the pool. Nexera, of course, because he wants a new challenge, now joined the likings of Invictus to hopefully do what he's going to be able to do against his ex-teammates. Then in final place in line is going to be Jimmy, which actually returned, like I said, from Pro League Season 2, where he won. He announced his retirement because he was going to go to Thailand, supposedly, but didn't do that really. Got back to play criticalops now, and now finds himself in his first World Finals up against Fricks, which has always been a stand-in for Rain. And we might see him play today, we might see him play tomorrow, but he's usually not been playing all too much, although he's always there, ready to take on that support role for Rain in case he needs to. That's a mouthful, Andrew. That's a mouthful.
It is indeed. Yeah, so a lot of these players, they have either played together, been on the same team together, been around each other, gone against each other, and this is just going to be an absolute massive culmination of skills, history, their abilities, and overall putting the in-game leaders to their absolute best to be able to see who's going to be able to take these maps. I mean, with all of this experience, all this knowledge and friendship and just everything, bring it all together And we're about to have probably some of the best matches we've ever seen with the players who probably know each other the most, which could be fantastic, but also could be absolutely terrible for them all at the same time. And so this is going to be an absolute show. So you definitely don't want to miss it. And if somebody is, send them the link and get them in here because this is going to be great. But for the match voting, guys, make sure that you are checking in and doing that, making sure that you're getting your votes in because we have winter cases and the entire lucky spin up for grabs for that. So make sure you're going over to mobileesports.org/app/worlds/2022 or up in the top banner of the site. You guys can always just go over to the Worlds 2024 tab and be able to work your way here. And again, voting, make sure that you're getting that in there, figuring out if you have the ability to make a prediction of who might be able to take these wins and that you'll be rewarded for it.
Yeah, it's going to be great. And I'm looking forward to it, of course. We're going to start preparing ourselves for that Soar indeed, because, teams are getting ready. We do know some of the lineups that are also going to be playing, right? Stizex, the inexperienced dude, is going to be joining Rain for the first map as well. So that's very interesting to really get ourselves into it. And of course, Jake has joined us for this part again as well on the screen.
Jake.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, I've been talking for like 40 minutes. I thought you guys were just ignoring me.
Oh, no. Sorry. We let you out of the basement now. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, you can't put baby in the corner, man.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, yeah. Guys,
well,
the
Jake,
World Finals.
What do you think? What do you think? Because if we hadn't been able to hear you, what do you think is going to be going down with everything that we got?
Well, I was saying behind the scenes, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut because I'm not going to jinx anything. You know, I am the caster's curse. I embody it, and I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. And we're going to see some incredible. Nope, we're not even going to say that.
Yep.
I'm
You got to keep it very platonic. You know, just whatever happens. That's we're going to let the
I'm going to
universe
cast
take it over.
what happens on screen. That's what I'm going to do.
Love it.
Yep.
And I mean, we'll find out very soon as the players are still getting into the lobby. But again, first one will be Soar coming into it, and I think we're almost there. But I think we're just getting word that they are almost ready, or they are ready to go into the knife, almost ready to get into the action. So guys, hang out for just a second. Let's go ahead and see who's going to be the hack and slash champions on the first map of Soar to get that advantage to choose what side.
Knife in on Soar, Jake. Best of 7, where we're officially starting with 8 out of 10 players on the server right now that have played in the last season of Worlds, in the finals actually, up against each other with when was Rain versus Invictus. Now joining the dark force of Invictus, Jimmy Zork, and they're winning the knife round as well. Invictus starts off strong, get to choose where to start. I mean, like we had the debate before, I think Coalition side they will start on to get that early grip in this game, but we'll have to take a look at that.
We'll be finding out here momentarily. Yeah, like you mentioned, it's an all-star lineup here. Oh, they did? Okay. Interesting.
That's great.
I thought Crosby was going to say something. He didn't. I was looking forward to having his voice grace my ears. Oh, guys, I just found out. We're ready to go. Match has started. We're done yapping. Let's go. I'm sorry, I'm a liar. We are never going to stop yapping. We are never going away. We are ready to go. 7 potential matches here in this 2-day grand finals. It's the beginning of the end. Invictus versus Rain. And we're live, Jesse.
We are. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look who will be the new world champion of 2024. Rain being it 2 times in a row. Invictus trying to steal it from them. The pistol rounds. That might be a good beginning to it. What a setup here for Rain in the early stages of this. Actually, 4 players very close to each other, ready to stack this. Maybe a down reception. It should be checked, should be cleared. No. Invictus just baiting there, while then shifting their way over slowly towards that B side. This is a very great fake already, playing the mind games right before we start. Fallen Knight has seen him though, knows something is up. And although played from Rain starting to rotate in, Invictus still unexpected as they can be. Didn't really know how many players there are. Mind games being played because they're repping around towards pool. This is 3 mind games in 1 round. And that's just the start of this World's Final.
And I am so confused. Team Rain really needs to try to capitalize here on this coalition side, as they're not going to have it on the flip. They need as many points as possible. This pistol round is definitely something they need to get under their belt. Fallen Knight is going to crack it open by finding Vulgrant. And Invictus is working their way over to this A site right now. There's nobody over there, but they will get that information that they're there. Jumping on top of McLaren there. My line finding a shot there on Noxic. And 3 players up the line here. Bomb is going to go down, Jesse, and has been planted. Invictus getting some much-needed cash for the next round, as it doesn't look like they're going to be able to pull this one off. They have 2 players left. They might be able to, though.
Jimmy needs to step up.
Valley, tough 1v3.
Yeah.
Headshot, finds it, tries to go for the other, but there's too many players there, and he's going to get dropped. There's plenty of time to defuse the bomb. And you look so much cooler defusing the bomb with the World Supporters knives. Make sure you pick them up before they're gone. They're in the shop right now. You can look cool while defusing the bomb.
Yep. Definitely great to have him. Rain, good to have him as well. Next round, Invictus. Not too sure what they were going for, right, in a way. What was originally the plan is they're baiting towards that umbrella spot, finding their way back into middle, then realizing that was checked off by Rain, so they're rotating to the pool side, realizing that B side was actually left completely open, but Rain was only rotating towards it. So Invictus double, triple doubting themselves in that one. Kind of led to a side take that wasn't all too effective with little time left. So Invictus overthinking it a bit. When it's the Worlds, it's acceptable to be overthinking those. Well, Faultless and Myline having a field day. They line things up. And that's a 2-0 start for Rain here on the Coalition side. There will be a buy from Invictus to follow. This is their real chance at redemption.
Finally got the cash to pick the weaponry up they need. Already pulling out some SGs here. Curious to see what Invictus will do in round number 2. Already a pause coming in from Team Rain. That's interesting. Technical pause. Thinking something there on the back end.
Okay. Yeah, so a fun little fact behind this is for Rain, teams got to choose what server they want to start on, right? Both teams on the EU. They had to mutually agree on a server. Invictus suggested to be Germany, because that feels like the most central part of Europe, right? You can kind of go for. Yeah. And of course, Rain being from the most people from the Russian side, they wanted to get to Swedish servers, but Invictus, of course, are not going to allow that, because that's really good for Russian players. So now they agreed on playing on Turkish servers, while Mylan is playing in NA. He's on 200 ping right now, so that is not seeming to be the best option. But Rain have allowed to let it happen, because even them from Russia, Turkey is okay, right, for them, but just not for Myline.
He definitely puts him in a tough spot.
Yeah, put him in a tough spot, and he has to deliver with being on such high ping. Well, that allows the others to still, I guess, perform. It's looking quite good, because Faultless is having an absolute hamming showdown. What a triple is that from Faultless. Immediately shutting down the pool side, and Invictus have no place to stand.
Jimmy and Noxic picking up a couple kills there. Trying to even up that body count board. 3 alive here on Team Rain. The bomb is working its way back around through breach spawn. Stizix finding Noxic, and it's all up to Jimmy here with the bomb in hand. Plenty of time left here on the clock, but it's going to be a hard thing for him to do. Working his way up towards ramp right now. He could, I mean, I'm just looking at the mini-map here. If he runs up ramp, wraps around towards A, he might be able to get that bomb planted. If my line moves in towards B, no, okay, switching around here. 25 seconds, he's got to make his move here, Jesse.
Gonna try. Going in towards that B side, a fight against Stizix is required. Or he's going to jump back into A, into the action, spots out Myline. Now a chance to go B. Has to do it. Heard him, Stizix. Has seen him potentially as well. A little slitter. Well, he has to go for the plant, just faking it once. Stizix will go out for the swing and finds the target. Jimmy falls flat. Puts Rain up to 3. And that one still got quite itchy by that kill on my line, looking the wrong way. If he found the player on the side, it was actually down to a 1v1. But I think Stizx there, even though under a lot of pressure and such a youngster in the field, played that beautifully structured.
I love the Pep and Jimmy step. Didn't care, time running out. He did what he could there and tried to come up with a nice little cheeky play. 3 rounds over towards Team Rain. Again, as mentioned at the start of this, being Team Rain will be on the breach side. On the flip, they really need to put as many points on the board as they can on this coalition side. Of course, Invictus needs to try to prevent that from happening. A big snowball getting formed and giving them no opportunity to come back. On the flip, Malik looking to pop around the corner, try to open it up. You got Faultless right down there looking to cause some chaos. Once again, he's really been locking this pool side down. He's got a little bit of sunscreen in his eyes. Able to pick up 1 before Valiant finally pulls a towel out from under him. And there's just about a minute left here on the clock. 3 players alive here on the Invictus side. Same for Team Rain. Jimmy putting down my line. Might be able to make their way over towards this A site now. You see Stizx moving from behind. Going to go ahead and reinforce here. No pre-fire. Hasn't given his position away. And Invictus is very comfortable at this point. Jesse, I'm almost getting the vibe they might move back around here towards B. They're slowly making their way back. You see player number 7 there checking behind. I think they might just do that.
Yeah,
They take too much time, though. They won't be able to.
Yeah, the bomb has to go over, so I don't think they're gonna do that. But it was just checking the flank, making sure Rain is not on this. But as long as they play together here, a 3 versus 2 should be successful, right? So I think there's nothing to worry about. They gotta make sure they clear the player on the back of the side, or Shadow can come in and help him out. The lineup is required, but it's Jimmy finding the final piece. Invictus puts themselves up on the board, and like you mentioned, on the breach side, on the coalition side, it's very important on this map to get as many things going as possible. For the breach side, of course, because it's very coalition-sided. So getting a good start here from Invictus could be what sets them up for success, and they've managed to do it. Do we see a P90 thrown into the mix for Shadow? It's exactly what we are seeing. So Rain, after losing one, immediately into some economy terror, at least will be if they lose another. And even just the P90 been bought up. Let's see what Shadow has cooking for us.
Not quite the KSG, but I'm here for it. Get some P90 action up close and personal. They're trying to bait him in. Fall Knight just tagging a couple shots. Smoke grenade right there. They should be disciplined and experienced enough not to do that. Noxic slowly moving up. I don't think they're going to expect Shadow right here in the corner. Unless I see a Shadow. I don't think so. I don't think the light is shining right to get that, though. Taking their time. About to make the move. So it looks like bomb is going to be B. You have 2 players here. Try to pick the player off on A and then wrap around through McLaren. It started.
This is the thing with Invictus, right? They're playing so slow that Rain is making over rotations all the time.
Yes.
Fallen Knight doesn't know where to go for. This is really good from Invictus.
That would be great. I can't think of it. Ooh, here we go. Nox is going to come back for. Oh, he's going to be a tough spot. Oh, yeah, he doesn't get away. Jimmy finds him and drops him. Didn't get much P90 action there.
30 seconds, though. Bomb has to move into A with Faultless around the corner. And 4 in hand. Tries to line him up. Can't do it. Deagle just breaking the armor. Making Faultless down low. He's going to have to get help on the side quite soon, but everything is smoked off. Will help, though, as Myline joins the party. Faultless still standing. This could all fall apart. Jimmy's going to have to clutch. A 1 versus 2 required from him. Time not on his side. Turning left is required. He finds Myline. He knows where Faultless is. Out of bullets. Oh, beat the 50 out. No time. Can Jimmy do it? No, he can't. Oh my. Faultless got broken by the Deagle, his armor at least, but hasn't been broken ever since. Still standing, completing the round. Rain gets away with murder there.
Still Rain in a bit of a tough spot economy-wise, being nobody was really able to stay alive. Got enough to buy here. Some M4s. Full buy of SGs here for Invictus, except for the AK in the hands of Noxic. But I was going to say, Invictus is really controlling the momentum here, playing so slow on the breach side. They need to do at some point, maybe here around 7 or 8, just speed up. Just try to catch Rain off guard, because Rain's going to figure out, okay, we're over-rotating, we're being a little too anxious here. It's the first round of the grand finals here. And just slow down and then catch him off guard.
It's all about switching up, Jake. I love your comment on that. And here an entry found for Invictus will definitely be that speed up process quite nicely, because taking pool with a minute left on the clock or taking pool with 30 seconds, they're already speeding it up a little bit.
55 seconds here on the clock. They're about to move in. Stizix might have an altercation. Oh, it's gonna happen off screen. Noxic wins it. Be able to come from behind here. Shadow realizes the situation. And Invictus is just going to pull back towards B here and wrap back around like I thought they might do a couple rounds ago. You can still see Vulgran hanging out here, causing some chaos. Making sure they stay over here towards this A site. Shadow moving all the way back around has figured out what they're up to. This is absolute chaos right now. Valley is going to find him. Faultless, the remaining man here. A little bit of armor and HP to work with. Bomb is going to go down. He's giving himself away. At this point, you try to save.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the best move. Just looking at your team's economy, you're going to lose this round. It's the first one you're not going to get much loss bonus.
What a round. What a round. They get an entry towards pool. Then players from Rain starting to rotate over. Invictus makes a lot of sound to run away. Keeps Vulgran there in the smoke. He lurks. That sets up a rotation towards the breach spawn in the first place. That rotation from Shadow is heard by Valley. He communicates that over. Noxic is peeking him off, and Invictus takes B. This round has so much layers to it, why I so much feel like Invictus, strategical wise, they're just on another level. Jimmy is on another level at this point with his calling, because Invictus just toys with Rain, although, hey, 4-2 down, this is still a very, very coalition-sided map. So the fact they're finding a 2-4 position right now, with even a round like this going south, Invictus is in a really good spot.
Yeah, and this should be the next round going. Yeah, I was sure Rain was going to take an ego force up. So it's going to be 4-3 here. And like you said, that round almost didn't go Rain's way. It could be an Invictus lead. And this should be cleaned up quickly. Vulgran and Malik there in the kill feed. And there you go. One round separating Team Invictus now from Team Rain. Yeah, the calls, the mind games Invictus is playing right now. That's how you have what you have to do on the breach side. Because again, what do you do on the CT? The coalition. Basically, your job is to camp the bomb sites and just wait there at the base general level. So you can either play into their hands on the breach side and push the bomb site straight on, or you can start getting in their head, causing chaos, putting utility down, smokes and whatnot, having the bomb rotate around, leaving one player in the smoke to get a kill, and you're confused. Are they going B? Are they going A? And Invictus right now is just living rent-free in their minds.
Yeah, tactical aspect is something we definitely see on Soar, and looking at it, I feel like Invictus is for now a tier above when it comes to that aspect. We still have to see Rain play on that breach side, so looking forward to it. For now, the beginning and the beginning of the end, sort of this first half starting to happen. Invictus, as we said, speeding up the pace, might be a play. The smoke will make Fallen Light a little bit anxious to peek. He could have been a dead man in case he went out for that peek just sooner. Invictus still time on their side to try and perform a rotation. And Vulgran with the bomb in his back, looking to rotate over towards that long side to potentially a reception to B or elsewhere. Pick onto the B side gets found. That's going to cause Stizix to rotate. Originally with Invictus pushing that path, would have found terms their way into the site, but they're going B instead. Myline faced with a Malik up close. Stizix helping him out. Now the swing from Myline might take info, might take spray down, won't have it. 3 versus 3, still with 30 seconds left.
Noxic and Vulgran, the remaining players here for Team Invictus. That bomb carries Vulgran making his way around very fast. He's now the only player left as Fallen Knight pops Nox's top. He's going to be able to get that bomb planted. It's going to be a tough site to defend here. Flash going out, but you got the bomb planted. Some extra cash being invested into their accounts. 68. Oh, man, he was almost able to do it. The headshot there on Fallen Knight. It almost brought it to parity with Faultless's head. Alas, though, he's not able to, and Team Rain will be taking their lead back to 2 as they get that bomb defused.
Yeah, with all the panic on B, I like the call from Vulgran to say, let's make our way over, but I don't think it was communicated all too well, because the player initially on B was still fighting, right? It was Malik still going for those fights. In the end, that clutch, the way he goes for a peek, you might say maybe sitting back was the best option. No, in a 2 versus 1, you gotta go for fights, right? You're in the disadvantage, you gotta find those 1v1s, you gotta try and make it a 1v1 in the end, so Vulgran trying his utmost to make it happen. And Rain collecting the round, so still are not completely in troubles just yet. They found their way onto some success still. Most of their players having the M4s, not the ARCs like you usually want up against all SGs because of all the money Invictus has been taking. So this round could still be very troublesome. The flash to set them up. Faultless though, behind the smoke, dodging the flash, which affects him not more. And he's allowed to find a double to open up the round.
And like that, he's gone, repositioned. 44 HP left on him, but the damage has been done here. Team Invictus down 2 players early here. And a minute left now on the clock. Trying to make the decision whether they continue going towards A and work this poolside or not. Faultless Faultless finds another one before he goes down. And MyLine quick with the refrag, and it's going to be cleaned up here by Shadow and Team Rain. Getting to get the hang of things. See how Invictus is playing? And they have now taken their lead back up to 3.
Coordinating their plays as well, right? It would Rain, Faultless peeking, MyLine, backing him up, right? As on the coalition side, you can also do that. You can also take initiative. Well played. With these statistics being so close to each other, like you just saw, right? Rain is no stranger to playing this map, although have played it a little bit less than an Invictus has, thinking they would get a little bit of a wild card and possible 1-0 lead by picking this map. For now, Rain is keeping it up quite nice, and I mean, the methodical aspect of banning or leaving the maps to a lost is obviously up to all the teams, right? You don't want to play a map that you're not really experienced on in the start, but you don't want it on the end. So where are you going to put it? It's up to you to decide, really. But if Rain would win this game, Invictus is then not looking all too good, right? This was a map where Invictus kind of felt like, oh, we're going to start off with a 1-0, where we're going to get ourselves a good grip. That's where Rain is now trying to steal that from them. So considering it's going so great for Rain at the moment, things would start to look quite better if Invictus play it, although their tactical approach has been very good. They've taken pool, they've gone up to A long, and now very close to actually finding themselves onto the side. Faultless though, in the way, throws out a smoke in time, gets timing, allows Jimmy to open things up. What a kill from Jimmy to start things off, popping in a new reload, a new mag, but finds himself falling to the hands of MyLine. Still fights to the side that need to be taken, as Invictus have a chance to take A, but still stuck behind the smoke, having to cross. Makes a fight from Stizex, could potentially come out. The smoke will make him unable to see anything, but he might be attempting a spray through it, might be attempting a Hail Mary play. Not gonna have that. Now behind the smoke, trying to rush through. Up close, Valley though, watching for him. Well done by Valley. Well, Invictus still has to go ahead and plant a bomb. It's successfully gone down to the hands of Noxic. A wallbang found, leaves just MyLine left. Almost no bullets in the chamber, but a lurk against Malik that could still work its wonders. Trying to do it. That's one from MyLine. 5 bullets in the clip. Picking up an arc, but gets taken by Noxic. So many wallbangs that we've seen in this round. And Invictus to do it. A switch up of pace. Jake, that's exactly what was needed.
I'm looking here at the score line. Cash. Invictus plays this right, it could be a 6-6 half, and that is not something Team Rain wants. You really want to go into the flip. I mean, they've done their job here on the breach side. Invictus, you got your 4 points. You're sitting in a pretty comfortable spot. Anything else is icing on the cake. Team Rain really needs to take the next 2. But again, you start looking at Cash and whatnot, and if they lose next round, might just be a 6-6 half.
Yeah. And that would be devastating if you're a Rain fan coming out. Still feeling like on 6-3, they were the ones in the driving seat. That's how fast things can change, Jake, on this game. All SG's out for Invictus again. See how things are gonna go.
Bomb looking like it might be B-side here. Fallen Knight trying to get a little information. Here's the utility going off outside with just a little under a minute now to work with. Invictus has slowed back down, really taking their time working that clock. Can see player number 5 there for Team Rain. MyLine was moving up, decides to move back towards the A site. Might have gotten a tad bit of information that they're starting the rotation here towards that site. Bomb is still hanging back though, Jesse. I think they're trying to bait out over towards A and then move in towards B. They've been doing this a lot. Team Rain might be catching on. Nope, there it is. Bomb finally making the move over, and it's going to be a site as a choice. 25 seconds to work with. They're going to have to move fast here. Not a lot of time to work with. Fallen Knight sees him. Has to sacrifice McLaren, but is able to find the shot on him. Jimmy trying to pick the refrag up. Not able to do so. They're moving in. Only 13 seconds to work with. Voltus with 2 of the M4 in his hand, trying to find the other. He's going to put down by Jimmy before he can do more damage to his team. It's a 2v3 situation.
They have to play
Jimmy
fast.
coming around the corner. Headshot on Fallen Knight. Perfectly lined up. Bomb goes down. He needs to get out
Oh,
there.
wow! Jimmy gets them all! That's 5 from Jimmy!
God.
He lurks his way through the smoke, clears everybody, creates time for a plant. And the IGL from Invictus that really wants to do it on his first grand final, on his first Worlds appearance. He does this. He's motivated, he's ready, and he's taking his team on his shoulders. What a play from Jimmy.
And again, I was looking at that cash. If Rain didn't win, it was going to be hard for them. It's going to be a 6-6 half here. Team Invictus, unless they don't know how to play the Coalition half, might just be taking map number 1 here. I know it's early on, but it is looking good for them, Jesse.
That is a... I mean, that round as of a whole, right? Invictus, or Rain, you're kind of celebrating already because the time was almost over. Literally, if they killed the diffuser or the planter there, it would have been a done deal. But Jimmy, first of all, goes ahead and pushes towards that, like, the Coalition spawn-ish area to take down one more, then flips back to the side, then runs his way around McLaren again towards long to kill another. That is absolutely ridiculous. That ends that round, puts it up a 6-6. All players seen here, moving their way up. Veli will rush his way down. It should be an A-take here for Rain with all rotations already happening from Invictus. They know what's up. They know what's popping, and Vilgrit could be the one to stop this.
Invictus trying to open it up. Oh my gosh. Sizzix and Shadow in there. Valley coming from behind, finds Faultless. To see a blue in the kill feed right now. Invictus working. Slow but surely. Methodically. And there it is. Team Invictus winning that pistol round. Look at Jimmy here.
Yeah, that's already
He's
two.
got no armor either.
He pushes his way through, gets this kill on Fallen Knight, and then the bomb still isn't going down, right? Final seconds, Noxic plants it. Jimmy takes Shadow, which was originally going to take him down, and then runs out for a fifth. That is crazy. Jimmy is like, let me just do this, let me do that, and I will do that one as well. I'm just doing everything. You guys just sit back and relax. That is insane, and he's going to do so again. A complete shutdown, of course. It's up against pistols, but the thing, they make it look so easy, Jake. That's also something. And flawless one for Invictus.
They do make it look easy. They've been here before, or in similar situations to this. And these are, I mean, if you look at the leaderboard right now, many of these players on the team are the top 10 in the world. On these teams. I said team, singular, teams, plural. There's that ping there for my line. Not doing too bad. Even with that. Team Rain in a tough spot here. We're really going to have to battle their way uphill. Already down 2 going into the flip and on the breach side on this map. Invictus has just been all over them. They just seem more energetic compared to Team Rain. Almost like I don't want to say they're not trying, but almost like they're gathering information. I know last time we casted Rain together, Jesse, we kind of discussed that a little bit, where they take their time. They're not necessarily trying until they really have to, until really the last moment where everything it depends on that. I'm getting that same kind of vibe from them, but they got to be careful because Invictus is here and ready to play. If you give them too much time, they might not be able to recover. Working their way onto the A site here. Fallen Knight already picking up a kill there on Malik. Vulgrant finding the cheeky frag kill. And 2 players have been dropped here for Team Rain. Watching Faultless coming in from behind. Might have an altercation here with Jimmy. And Bomb hesitating, not going towards A.
Yep. Push coming through, rotation called from Rain with aggression from Jimmy. This can actually be quite good because Faultless expects B to be completely clear. So Jimmy is potentially going to take 2 of them down while they're not aware. Shadow still to be caught. Are the steps being made? Is Jimmy gonna hear it? He will. With Faultless moving in, Jimmy's gonna have to turn his back. Still stands. How is Jimmy doing this? He takes two out of nowhere, turns his back around. Jimmy might master the art of everything, but that's not gonna happen because Faultless shuts it down. The first full by round still go in the way of Rain. That would have been a little bit too much from Jimmy, but it would have definitely felt like this game was going to the side of Invictus.
Yeah, Jimmy definitely putting in the overtime here so far in map number 1. Team Rain able to look at the first point on the board since the flip. Those World Supporter Knives might be helping just a little bit. Can't say for sure, but I think they would help me definitely be able to look at those and just give you the energy needed. Again, they're psychiatrist approved. When you stab your enemies, you won't get any trauma from the blood left on your blade because it just blends in with an incredible paint job.
No, but getting back to your point, Jake, I think it's quite interesting to look at as well. I don't think Rain's going to be concerned about like Soar in general. I feel like that's a map Invictus is in the favor on, and that's something Rain knew. But yeah, let's say Grounded and Bureau both go the way of Invictus after that as well. We don't know how this one is going to go, but saying that it would be a 2-1 or a 3-0 depending on how this one goes. Invictus is definitely looking good because those maps are much more 50-50, I feel like, compared to both of the teams. So that would be making a big difference. While ultimately, look at how easy Noxic makes things look as well. Hasn't even been the star player in this game, but still popping hats like it's nothing. 3 kills there with the Arc. Stizex left standing in a 1 versus 3. What can he do? It's a shining light here on Rain, having to clutch, can't do it. Vilgren shuts him down. Man from Switzerland gets it out of the way, and this being a very crucial moment. Jimmy getting one, then hearing the steps from Shadow, but between 2 fire lines, right? Originally, you would think Faultless and Shadow peeking at the same time, peeking simultaneously, would have made it happen. Then Shadow falls here, and you think, oh, this is another 1v1. Jimmy might as well just take it. And he pops out a 1 versus 2. So this round, again, having various layers, Jake, of excitement. Well, now Rain has an eco, so not that much exciting into this one, I feel like.
Yeah, this round is so far has been like an ogre. It's like an onion, many layers to peel back. And it's what you'd expect from both these teams here in the grand finals, and we're definitely getting a show. So far, it's a sea of blue. Stizex able to find a mean headshot there on Valley, but the damage has been done. He picks up an AUG. At this point, you can just do a little more damage to Invictus's economy. And your job will have been done on this eco round. Still be down by 3, though. Yeah, really not able to do much. Vulgrant finds Stizex, only loses 1 player there on the side of Invictus, and they're up by 3, crossing the double-digit threshold, and they're just 3 rounds away from taking it. And yeah, just coming back to what you were saying at the start of last round, Jesse, about I think it's not a map Rain's worried about. I think if you lose the next 2, and you're going into the day 2 down 3-0 or something, then you would be a little worried. Yeah. But I think Grounded is a map. Just the way Team Rain plays, it's just better suited towards them. I think that's one they're probably going to be really confident coming on into. And Bureau, I think, is a little more of a wild card. If I have to give it to one team, I think Rain is going to take map number 2. Map number 3, I don't know. That's just the vibe I'm getting.
And with that being the vibe, I agree with you on that constantly. And I mean, if it would then be a 3-0, then if you're Rain, all the maps that were kind of your vibe already not really going your way, you're gonna have to come back big. And we know Rain is doing it in the most of the brief moments, but down 3-0, having to reverse sweep in a grand final, kind of feel like that's a little bit too much to ask, even for a team with the caliber of Rain, but that's really looking ahead at places. Jimmy, by the way, just casually lurking all the way around the map. You see him, number 3, making his way over. Soon, expected with a push as Malik tries to hold Jimmy. Never mind, he's getting caught by Shadow. Rainian's up for it. Malik falls as Myline takes him down. And so Rain taking the side steps, hurt here from Shadow as he hears the run around from Valley. Noxic trying to put pressure up from the first end. Can't really do it. The Belarusian falls down to the hands of Faultless, leaves just Valley left up against his Romanian friend. Been in teams before together. Now, an interrogation against each other with this fight. Will be Shadow coming out victorious as Rain books number 8 on the board.
And getting the bomb planet too, some much needed cash there. Invictus going to bring in a tactical pause. Now this is, we're talking Invictus is going to take this W here at map number 1. And I say it's definitely trending that way, but they need to be careful here with their cash. This is where you have these close games on the Coalition side at the end of it. Yes, you get the Coalition side as the advantage, for the rest of the game when you go into the flip. But you really got to watch that economy, because if you don't, you get into a situation where it's 10-10, 11-10, even if you have the advantage, and you have no more economy left, and Team Rain or the Breach, they'll just be able to clean it up, finish it off 13-11. So that's something they're probably working on right now, trying to figure out what they're doing, making sure they got the next couple rounds planned out, and trying to do the math in their head with, even if they do take the L's, that they know what's coming.
Jake, we're not getting a KSG action, but we do get another shotgun in play. You see it on Valley? FP6.
Oh, wait, no. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay, I was looking up in the top left. There it is. FP6. Finally. You know, it's not the KSG, but let's go shake some hands, Valley. Go kiss somebody with it.
Fight. Where is he going to play? Would say reception seems like the best of opportunities. Although Rain ultimately haven't really mentioned or haven't really gone down that path yet. So not too sure. He looked like he was going to go that side. Could also play behind bar or inside of B. Now it will be reception, the side of choice. A little bit of close range. But like I said, Rain hasn't really gone that path yet. So
yeah,
I'm a little bit concerned for this shotgun having not much impact, but we'll get to see that in just a moment.
I don't know if he saw anybody. I know I have God's eye, so I couldn't tell if he saw Shadow down there or not. I definitely did, but again, I got that little special hack. Valley sitting there, looking to ruin somebody's day. Team Rain definitely not out of this yet. You can almost feel like the vibe has just changed after Rain winning that last round.
And the thing Invictus does better than Rain, I think, is not giving away those opening fights.
Yeah.
And now Rain is going to try to start hunting for them. You would say a shotgun is in a good place, close range, but he switches to his util. Thoughtless will catch him off. Then they're trying to wrap around from reception into bar. We're up close still. Dogrant having a field day. Good for 2. Fallen Knight still standing, picks up some utility that was dropped on the ground. Stizx dropped in the meantime, but are gonna try and wrap their way into B. Jimmy though, on the side still waiting. Melik originally trying to help, but now the steps being made. Jimmy might try and deny this bomb from going down. He's gonna have a chance for it. The wallbang necessary. Fallen Knight will be dropped. Jimmy still up for a chance though, having to swing towards bar to find Shadow. The flash, the play. Jimmy goes for a ninja. He's defusing. He's halfway done. Noxic watching it. Will be taken, but Jimmy gets it. The defuse happening with Noxic covering his back. Invictus gets away with a very important round.
They're scrappy. Cheeky play here. It's almost like Team Rain's a little more gentlemanly, you know, showing up. And Invictus is like, nah, we're not doing that. We're not putting gloves on for the box match. We're just going in bare knuckles. And was it 23 and 13 there for Jimmy? What is showing here on map number 1? Volgrant already cracking open the kill feed there on Fallen Knight. And Team Rain once again down by 3 here. Volgrant finds 2 with the AUG in his hand, and yeah, it's like they just can't do anything. Rain line is able to get 1, but quickly dropped after that. Shadow coming in, realizes Valley's probably in the corner. Ooh, nice 2K. Great game sense there from Shadow, knew exactly where he was going to be at. 15 HP to his name. Unfortunately, no opportunity to plant that bomb easily over here on the A site. That could have been some nice cash being invested into Rain's accounts. This would be the craziest clutch I've ever seen if he's able to pull this off. Just because of the 15 HP and the skill level of the players you're going against. $30 seconds on the clock to work with. He's got to catch Jimmy off guard. But I mean, he's on top of his game right now. That's not going to happen, is it? 20 seconds. Look at they're watching each other's back too.
Planting the bomb.
Angles covered. They're good to go.
Bomb's been planted.
Jimmy wins that huge gunfight. Shadow finds Malik. You're down in a 2v1. Stick the bomb. It's all good. We got it. Noxic watching. It's insane flick by Shadow, but just not enough. Not fast enough.
Nope.
And it's match point here for Invictus.
Yeah, I think we should start adding a warning every time Jimmy is on screen. Like, oh my, this wallbang. Again, the nade combining, and they've already found an opener. Fallen Knight was just trying to have fun. Get wallbang down to like 10 points of health, then gets naded. That's basically a round. Jimmy and Malik combining forces. And an immediate round again for Invictus. A warning sign we had to give once more. For everybody watching, my line will trade out Malik though. The one finding the entry, so traded nicely. Bomb rotation coming through with Vulgrant on the side, looking at it. Faultless gets a kill with Noxic pushing on the side. Mylan already making so much noise. And with him being on A, the kill from Stizex found on middle. Still rotation from Valley that will look to be too late. Rain joins the party again. Although very scattered around the map, playing this round as a little bit of a deathmatch, it works out wonderfully. And Invictus don't have a place to stand. Now Economy comes into play with an eco that will look to follow. After that, we're gonna have to see those rounds going to Invictus again. Otherwise, they might still get themselves into a troublesome spot later on, just like you mentioned, Jake.
Yeah, taking the eco right here is the wise decision. I mean, yeah, you could have had Jimmy force up, and same with Malik. But I think it's a great choice here by Invictus. Try to do a little damage. 12-10, you're still up by 2. Even if you did one more, the way Invictus has been playing, I just think this is going to be their map. But they got to be so careful. They can't get cocky. There's a fine line between confidence and cockiness. And they're doing a good job of not crossing it yet. Definitely confident. You can see the way they're playing. Once again, they're just... Some teams, when they're in this situation, they'll just rush in, get it over with. No, they're playing. They're playing games here. Just trying to bug Team Rain. There's Malik being a little cheeky. Finds Stizex. Oh my gosh, you can't let... What did I just watch? Jesse? Are you looking what I'm looking at?
Yeah,
this is potentially a win here
dance
on eco.
Oh my... What underwhelming final round, I guess. Jimmy top in the order. And that's the way we're ending map number 1. Rain having Faultless, having an absolute blast of a game. It wasn't enough. The others still looking to warm up a bit, get ready for the later maps. But to end it on a pistol buy is something I didn't see coming. Invictus playing it very well though, Jimmy. The worth ethic he has shown over the course of the last few days as well. He's really hungry for his title. He's doing, to his own words, doing the most he can to make sure he knows that he is doing the most from everybody else. And that's why you know you're working every single day trying to get it done. And that shows right here, right now. First win goes into the books for Invictus.
That was not on my bingo card to close out the map with pistols. They don't even have armor.
Yeah, it's an interesting way to end it. Those deagles sometimes just really great. And again, you're playing it up against an eco, right? So the opening fight goes to Malik, and at that point, you're kind of thinking like, now we gotta back off, or at least make sure the next few kills that are coming, we need to anticipate on a swing to come in the same spot again. Rangers wasn't watching that area whatsoever. They weren't ready for it. And in a moment where you think, okay, we're going to play against pistols, you can think, this round is easy, we don't have to focus up. If you're not doing that, things like this might happen. And it might be completely spiraling out of control.
Yeah, because you saw him, he picked up one kill, kind of moved back around, looked like he was going to reposition. And he's like, nah, I'm good. I'm going to go back and just try it. And he did, and the rain was unexpected. They were expecting to make the move all the way around, peek out there by McLaren, and picked up 2 more kills and allowed that round to go towards Invictus and close it out 13-9. Well, folks, that is map number 1, and we're going to get map number 2 prepared as quickly as possible. Got a couple of tricks we're using here in the background, but we're going to go ahead and I think hop into a break time momentarily here, and then we should be back in a few minutes with map number 2. Is that right? Am I lying? I don't know.
All right, Messer is in again. Welcome, welcome.
I have returned. Welcome back. Just waiting for that final confirmation in our ears again. Are we going straight into the next one? Or are we going into that little bit of a break there? But we'll wait for that. But guys, remember, you guys need to go ahead and go into the game. The supporter knife for Worlds. You guys want to get it? It's limited time, which Jake, he mentioned a little bit about it. The therapist approved. Where I mean, the glory of the coloring, you'll never know. It is it a stain or is it the coloring? You'll never know, which makes things great. So. Fantastic. So guys, if you want to help support everything that we do and help continue to have bigger and better events here, go ahead and go into the game and check it out. Make your purchase and have a great time with them. And for you guys, we see you. I've been seeing you guys in the chat the entire time. Viewer rewards, guys, make sure that you are checking on those. Make sure you're making yourself known. They are live right now. So I told you I'd let you know right now. Go ahead and go over to mobileesports.org and make sure that you guys are going in there and making sure that you are saying, I'm here. I'm right here, right now. And so make sure that you're doing that. And then as well, make sure we got some fantastic, glorious, even more skins for you guys to take a look at. So make sure that you guys, again, we have a lot of stuff that's coming your way. We have plenty of it. We have the battle pass, the critical pass. We have the lucky spins, we have the supporter skins, everything. There's a ton of new stuff right now. So if you guys have not checked them out, please go ahead and head over into the game. And this is for the critical pass here for you guys. Looking great. Some great firework inspired designs. Great and colorful. I love the prominent green myself. So, got to give me some of those. But definitely something you guys can absolutely do in game. There's a ton to do and a ton to gain. But if you want something outside the game, we have something even better. We have the Red Magic Nova gaming tablet. This thing is a bit insane. It's being given away. So somebody will be able to grab one of those. And for itself, it is a almost 3K resolution. It's 2.8K resolution. It's a 10.9-inch display for it with 144 hertz. So you guys can do pretty much anything on it. Any game will be able to run at maximum speed with that Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. And it's overclocked. And because it's overclocked, it needs a little bit extra cooling. This has a legitimate 9-layer cooling system with a actual fan in it that's supposed to keep it up to 25 degrees Celsius below what a standard tablet should keep. So this is incredible, honestly. And, it does have a 10,000 milliamp battery, which is huge, but it will drain out, especially with this being overclocked. But it's got an 80-watt charger. I mean, this thing can absolutely just be charged up, but they do boast 18 and a half hours on the battery. Now, of course, that may depend what you're doing, but just keep that in mind. But if you guys want to get one, make sure that you guys are checking the links down below and going in for the giveaways. Fantastic. Get your hands on it and make sure that you're entered in for that. And if you win this one, something else you might want to pick up or potentially win as well is going to be the GameSir G8 Plus. I've been able to get my hands personally on this thing. It is a absolutely fantastic build quality. This works with just about anything. If it's your phone, your iPad mini, your regular iPad, it can hold an iPad Pro, just only one way. You can't do it landscape, but that's okay. But it does pretty much fit everything of almost all standard tablets, but just a very select few. You guys definitely want to check it out. Those Hall effect triggers, Hall effect joysticks, stick drift will almost never exist. So make sure that you guys are checking it out, getting a part of that giveaway, and being able to get one. If not, again, links being down in the description. You guys can check it on their websites for all of the things that we have to give away. But Soar, fantastic, 13-9. Invictus doing a great job. They were very confident and being able to bring this forward, and they did. They went ahead and called the bluff for it, and they were able to get the victory. So next, Grounded. Boys, what are we thinking? We're going into Grounded. We have Invictus, who has not played Grounded yet this entire World Series. I know they said they practiced, but how are we feeling going into it?
Yeah, it's going to be a map where Rain is going to have to prove himself, right? Here on Soar, it really didn't go the way they expected. I think we expected Invictus to look quite good on it. I feel like Rain expected potentially a little bit more. It was a map that could have been a wild card. Them not picking it up puts a lot of emphasis on Bureau and Grounded, which we're going to see still played out today, to actually pick up one or even both of them to still keep themselves in this tournament.
Yeah, this is a map I think I got to give the edge to Team Rain on, just because I mean, they play it 36 times. They win it 2/3 at the times they play it. Now, Invictus has the same win rate, actually, that Team Rain does.
Jake, I gotta cut you off. Let's go into the knife. Let's go into the knife.
Let's do it.
Yeah, exactly.
And we are back. But as I was saying, you have similar, exactly identical win rates across the board. Oh, here we go.
Coalition wins.
And it's Invictus on top of Rain. So there's some advantage that Rain has so much experience on this map in a tournament setting coming into this. But on the flip side, again, Invictus has been practicing. You don't have as much footage you can go back and watch and see how they play on it. And Invictus has just got, like I said, a little more of a scrappy playstyle than Rain does. Rain's like a little more gentlemanly. They're coming in. Yeah, we're gonna put the boxing gloves on. No. We're just going in bare knuckles. We might even kick a little bit. We might not follow the rules officially. I might even bite a little bit. That's just the vibe Invictus is given. So again, I think you got to get their edge to Team Rain coming into this map number 2. And we were talking about it in map 1. We'll see what Invictus has in store for us. They definitely impressed me there on map number 1.
Yeah. Let's see what I can do. Jimmy, in particular, well, we have some substitutes, of course, coming in for Rain in particular.
Planted.
We've got on ourselves Donnelly joining in, and on the side from Invictus, Nexera that will join for, in that case, Noxic. So he's out, Nexera in, Donnelly joining for Stizex. And so we have some fun information as well to tell you, which we'll talk about in a bit, where Rain is now going to look for this retake here over towards that A site. And they're completing it. Well done from Rain. A fast take over towards A.
Has been diffused.
Brilliant execution.
Get that sub in there. Donnelly on the side of Team Rain. We have Stizex drop out there. Donnelly came in. And then we got another sub over there. Noxic for Nexera. Fallen Knight with the mean 3K. Looking to try to find the 4th. Valley making a little bit of noise. He's the cowboy. Donnelly, the sub, finishes him off. It's all up to Malik. Now, last time he had the pistol in his hand, it didn't go so well for Team Rain. Not going to allow that to happen a second time. They learned from their mistakes there and map 1 and close that out. Round number 3 about to start. Team Rain, 2 points there on the board. Invictus should be in a spot now to go ahead and work on buying some weaponry to try to put the first point on the board there for them.
Yeah, and this was where it all started for Rain in the previous game. Like, this round went miraculously to the side from Invictus, which actually gave them an entrance into the game. So last time things went well for Invictus, where they start leaping things through. If Rain can start off great here, really proving themselves here on Grounded, we could have a whole other time, a whole other day of critical ops. A little bit of a different hold now for Rain, just watching all the pieces necessary. Well, sneak through is going to happen. At least Jimmy attempts, moving his way through towards that A side, and iteration up against Shadow. He finds himself falling. Jimmy goes for a second, but Myline is watching. Players are rotating over Invictus, thinking Jimmy had all the control necessary, and now that he finds that not being the case anymore, you can start seeing Myline trying to go aggressive to potentially pick up his rifle and chugging in another smoke to try and recycle, leaving Invictus to have to rotate again. So again, multiple layers that have to be peeled away from Invictus to try and take this space. Now they've been smoked up for a 3rd time. That's a good call to be made to move their way up middle. Vulgrant retaken by Fallen Knight. The switch around is necessary for Nexera, and he will deliver. The Turkish man does it again. Well, Myline up close was the only one standing on A to be fallen. So here we have it. Invictus take the side, faultless, having to retake.
Bomb has been planted.
No reason to save.
The bomb has been planted on A.
Faultless, he's the player in the corner, able to find one.
Breach wins.
Oh, so close. Mally gonna drop him though. And Invictus is able to do it there in round number 3 and puts a point there on the board for them. This is a very coalition-sided map. Very, very. Potentially the most in the game. I know some people will debate back and forth, but that's what I'm gonna say. Team Rain, you would expect to be able to put a 9-3, 10-2 half. That's what you want to see from them before going into the flip. If they're not able to do this, doesn't mean they can't win, but they're going to put themselves in a disadvantage going into the flip.
And we saw that little fun fact as well. Lots of experience is on this particular team, right? Previous game, there was only 7 players, but still a lot, that played in the World Finals last time. Now there's 8. The only one that didn't play the Worlds last year are Donnelly and Jimmy. So 8 of all the others are actually playing. 3 or 4 from Rain, 4 from Invictus, whereas there's actually not the 4 from the same lineup. So they're actually mixed up a bit in terms of which played for Rain, which now plays for Invictus, and which plays for then Mullet Mafia. So that's quite interesting, right? So much experience and quite similar World Finals, even though there's 2 different organizations playing. So I thought that was a pretty fun fact to talk about, with just seeing how much criticalops has first of all developed, but at the same time just the strong teams remaining to be on top. Faultless, greatly boosted here. Oh, what a tap! Oh, Malik, that's a way to make a first man fall.
Suck on this!
Faultless on top of the truck. Working those cheeky angles. 25 seconds here. They need to make their move here on the Invictus side. Flash coming in, gonna force him down. Valley about to pop out, decides not to. They need to move. Shadow and Faultless at the Sea of Blue in the kill feed. 2 in the hands of Faultless with the AUG. And it's gonna be cleaned up here. It's Jimmy left alive though.
Coalition wins.
Swings, isn't able to find anybody. And My Line puts him out of his misery. Team Rain back up to 2 here.
Yeah, leading by 2. Great stuff. Invictus. Last time we're allowed to get an early bit of a resurgent play. Now they're not allowed to do so. I mean, you mentioned something about like 9-3 and all. This map is, and I haven't casted ground at all too much, but is it really that coalition-sided? From what you remember?
Yeah, it's...
Yeah.
Gosh.
Coalition wins.
And it's a flawless one this time.
This is, in my opinion, the coalition-sided map. Like this, I mean, again, all technically all the maps are.
The most.
But this is the most. This is the one where you see the crazy, like, and same way, you know, I've seen the 10-2 comebacks on the flip, where you're down 8, you're on the breach side, you come over in the coalition, and they can't even get 3 more points on the board to close out the game. It is just nonstop train roll on the side of the coalition. So that's again, you're dealing with different teams. I mean, this is coming from like a circuit or a pro league. You're here at the absolute pinnacle of teams in the game right now. So I don't know, it might not happen. We'll see.
No, I mean, I was just more asking it for the people that potentially don't know. I mean, I've not seen this map all too often, so I didn't know. But it's great to have those statistics and to have that knowledge, and something that we can work off as well for Rain. What a spray from Donnelly. Speaking of, that's a way to eliminate, and I guess that's why it's coalition-sided, because even if you're going to be able to plant the bomb down, you can still be wallbang just like that.
Volgrant finding Faultless and doubles up again. Fallen Knight in there. I think it's the second kill he's picked up with the sniper rifle. We haven't talked much about it here.
Trying.
He's got time. He just needs to make the move quick. He's got to get aggressive. Yeah, pick it up. It's time. No way. Jesse, does he have time trying to listen? Oh my god, it's going to be close. Oh, he's got it.
Bomb has been defused.
It actually wasn't as close as I thought it was.
Oh my. Fallen Knight. I thought he was being hurt there with the wraparound, Jake. The Valley doesn't check his back. Doesn't find himself falling, and Fallen Knight using the sniper as well. He went up from 5 to 9 kills in a few rounds. It's really great to see his evolution around the server, and this is really a reason But you can see this map being so dominant on the coalition side. So many different setups as well. Rain is popping, right? Sometimes going aggressive, sometimes playing passive. It's really great to see that. Well, Invictus has still no way to really move it. And although Jimmy said he was ready for a grounded, you could see by his reaction that he really wasn't. And this is not a map they anticipated to play this early. Having to get ready for it. Will they be able to get it done in time? A great wallbang from Malik finds the opening frag on my line. Shell on the side itself. Trying to make noise. Trying to get his way on top of it. Well, Jimmy will be found falling. Shadow swinging out a second time to be taken by Vilgrant, who goes for a plant. This is where the retake is needed. Rain not having the advantage to work with, though.
Fallen Knight, last couple rounds, has been the man. Donnelly making a little bit of noise, trying to get out of the line of fire. Ooh, if only you knew how close he was to Valley. Quick trade coming in. Here's Fallen Knight working it once again. Valley finds him. Donnelly isn't able to capitalize on his quick distraction. And Invictus puts another point there on the board.
And that is a second for Invictus coming out. Onto the breach side. Trying to make noise. And get them away on the board quite nicely. Again, a execute that came out. Fast pace, they're usually necessary, and see how fast they're gonna go this time. All of them lining up into storage. Well, Jimmy found falling on the other side. That might create some rotation. You can already see number 4 making his way over. Donnelly rotates back as it was initial triple A stack coming out for Rain. Now just 2, and the edge of the smoke already getting pushed. Malik almost found with his nades out my line. Wasn't able to get his weapon out in time. The flashes are great though to set them up. Next, Sarah tries to enter, but Shadow holds his ground. That's 2 already from Shadow. Make it 3. He's really able to take them all down, and there goes the side of Invictus.
Shadow, hailing from Romania. 6-2 so far for Team Rain. That's exactly what you wanted to see from them here. If you're a fan of Team Rain, gotta be smiling right now. Is he to keep this up for the next few rounds? Again, I think a 10-2 half is really what you want to target here. 9-3 worst case. Faultless. Oh my gosh, he almost got caught. They got to know where he's at. He's able to find one more. He's finally put out of his misery. Naxera is the one to do it, but the damage has been done. Donnelly finds Vulgrant, and Naxera is the last one alive. Thought he's gonna grab a snack there inside of concessions. Decides not to. Ignores the hunger growl, and now looking to find some meat. Donnelly over here by metal detectors. He's caught off guard by my line, coming from behind, and it's 7-2. They're 5 rounds ahead here. We're just a couple rounds away from the flip.
Yeah, 10-2 halves, 9-3 halves, all in the realm of possibilities. Fallen Knight, what a game he's had with the sniper, but now also with the arc. Getting real good stuff going. And I would say some things to be said about my line and Shadow as well. It's guarding this A side, and you can see Invictus that choose something else to go for now. A is clearly not working, but going into the B side, Faultless, you're gonna have to deal with as well. Takes the players down in Cafe. Good trade frag though from Naxera coming in. Turkish will allowed to find it. Look at Fallen Knight repositioning towards the B side, spraying through the smoke. Catches Naxera off guard, which gets the advantage back in the favor of Rain. Have alternative setups, of course, with Invictus still having to work their way in. And this is how much a coalition side start can really mean, right? This good of a beginning means that you're gonna have so much less worryings on that second half, I feel like, and that automatically or immediately just sets you up for so much success. But Invictus having to fight back from the back foot, see if they gonna be allowed to take this round away, because you're still gonna break a whole bunch. Malik is lurking his way in. Up close, Fallen Knight still to deal with. Not seen just yet, but this can be a really good fight from Malik. Vulgrant found himself one. Can Malik find Fallen Knight on the side? No, he can't. The SG is too strong. And Valley is left, trying to clutch it. Romanian in the clutch with a bunch to deal with. Spotted out, at least where Shadow was. Although finds himself one, that's 2. While fully flashed. Valley still running onto the side with Myline joining in just in time to get Rain up to 8.
They're getting close. They are getting close. Invictus has had to have some idea this could happen, though. They won the knife. They chose to be on the breach to start with. Did you calculate the possible of a 10-2 half? I mean, it could still be 8-4. They're able to pull that off. That would be a huge upset. Fallen Knight. Again, this map just plays so much better to the way Team Rain likes to play. And so far, you can see it. I mean, yes, I know they had the coalition side too, but they just seem like a different team, a little more alive. There's more confidence. There's more. They got that pep in their step, like Invictus had on map number 1. Despite the scoreline, 6 rounds separating these teams, I still like the way Invictus is playing. They look good. All they need is one little mistake made here by Team Rain to take an extra round, or 2. We'll see if it gives it to them. 57 seconds here on the clock. They got to make their move here shortly. They're sitting inside of metal detectors. Probably going to hit connectors. Is that what they're thinking about doing? Move over towards A?
Could be.
Fallen Knight finds Malik. They're definitely not going towards B now. They know the sniper's locked down. There's about to be an altercation here with Jimmy and My Line. Oh, he sees him. He's got the angle on him. Jimmy finds him. Shadow come up to reinforce, puts him down. Quick trade, but can he come back? Naxera finds him, and it's yellow there in the kill feed. A 2v3 advantage going towards Invictus right now. Bomb is on site. Donnelly finds Valley, gets out of there before more damage can be done to him. He's just barely breathing. The bomb has been planted. Retake has to be done by Team Rain now, and really it's all up to Faultless. He does have an AUG to work with. It's Volgren and Naxera, the last players alive. Not a lot of armor left there. Ooh, Naxera is down. Volgren in the corner. Donnelly, big play there for him, low HP. Oh my gosh, he comes in, finds the 2K, working together. And they're going to be able to defuse the bomb, and Team Rain almost losing that round, but able to keep their heads above water. It's 9-2. We are the final round away from the flip here. It might just be that 10-2 half we've been talking about. It's what they needed.
Yeah, it's a rough round there, because I do like what Naxera was going for there on the side. I think he wants to wait for I think it was Vulcan to help him on the side, or Valley. In a way, though, Naxera with Valley or Vulcan not really helping him in that clutch up. You could see potentially a lurk from Naxera working, right? He could have lurked around oil in towards the back end of Donnelly. He might have been able to find that being so low as well, but that's all ifs. It didn't happen. They tried to help, tried to play together, but the coordination just not really being there for Invictus, and that's sad to say it now, because on the first map it looked so nicely coordinated. They are still playing a pretty good style, but more or less mistakes are being made. Jimmy, that is always all alone, but actually making so much noise here towards the A side. My Line a few times has been shaken as he had to fight against Jimmy. Now twice in a row, also found himself falling to the hands of Jimmy there to the side. That's not great for a player with the caliber of My Line to be taken down like that. But Invictus with the man advantage, and originally only Shadow now to deal with on the A side, are gonna try to look to push their way from storage in towards that A side. Flank around Wagon, or make it into A main. See what they're gonna do. Around the edge, Shadow might have to fall back to the side. Still a lurk from Vulcan. That's in, of course. Trying to create some panic here towards the B side. If he finds this kill on Donnelly, it might still be occupied. Rotation from Fallen Knight has already come around. He's now going to have to do it with the ratio. Picks up an SG for good matters. Is around the corner. Naxera's waiting. Be taken down. Fallen Knight. Only 2 to find, with 1 still very far back. Vulcan still making his way over from storage. But if Fallen Knight fights Valley, gonna have to make him fall down. Fallen Knight is checking con, but Valley is lurking around to find the final piece. And there we have the 9-3 half you've been talking about, Jake. Let's see if Invictus still has a stand in this game, because we're gonna have to see a phenomenal coalition half from them.
Phenomenal indeed. 17-5 there for Fallen Knight, is having an absolute field day on the coalition side. This is going to be a big round. If your Team Rain are able to take this, get the bomb planted, have that cash to work with, you could have that 11-3 lead, and that would put you in a really comfortable spot. Invictus, though, if they're able to do it with that coalition advantage, you win, they could really start putting the pressure on Team Rain. So I think a lot comes down here in this round number 13. This is going to tell a whole lot of how the remaining rounds are going to play out. Who takes this W? They're all set up. They're about to meet each other for the very first time here since the flip. Faultless comes out. He's the first to get dropped. Donnelly with a refrag, and it's chaos right now. Util coming out. Daxera finding 2, trying to find the third. He's going to get dropped by Shadow, finds 2 himself. Might find a third. He's able to do so. Finds Valley. Down to this 1 versus 1. It's Malik v Shadow. He is going to pull it off. Invictus has done it, winning that very crucial pistol round. They will have the cash now to work with, and they'll begin to apply the pressure to Team Rain with that extra cash, as well as having that coalition advantage.
Yeah, a good start here on this coalition half for the redemption arc from Invictus. And of course, not the best looking in that first half, of course. A little bit shaken at times. Let's see if they are going to be able to get that redemption arc going. Just not like this, I believe. Faultless immediately taking down Jimmy. The opening fight has been found. Let's see if Xera is in a position to stop this. And with this entry, Rain playing it slow, I kind of like this as well. Sure, you have the pistols to work with, but with the advantage, those pistols are becoming a whole lot more dangerous to deal with.
Minute here now. Invictus is down that man. Just P250s here for Team Rain. Making their move. It is going to be the side of A. Valley here on cart. Should just have an absolute field day. Now they're backing back out. Might move around to court towards connectors. Volgren is able to find 1 more. And they're slowly getting picked off here. Fallen Knight. Big kill there on Volgren. Rain making it work. And there it is. Malik finding 3. That's that 5th point put there on the board for Team Invictus. 4 rounds separating these teams now. Team Rain now having a little more cash to work with. You can already see them investing into those SGs. Malik's been playing really well. Was the X factor there to close out map number 1 in Team Invictus's favor. We'll see if he's able to do it again here. And coming into this is a map we expect Team Rain to win. Starting here on the breach side, Fallen Knight cracking open the kill feed on Jimmy. I like these 2 players down here in B long. Bombs hanging towards mid. Shadow picking up a big kill there on Volkert, and Team Rain looking like they might be able to take round number 15 now they got the economy to work with. 3 players remain here. Valley might find my line. No, he doesn't. He had the flick on him. And now it's all up here to just Naxera and Malik. Faultless goes down to his hands. They're spread out. There's an altercation going down towards connector. Malik winning that gunfight. The bomb is making its way over towards B. Definitely taking its time, but it's finally there. Naxera sees him. Almost able to grab the shot. Isn't able to pull it off. Now the bomb has been planted. It's all cleaned up. 10-5. Team Rain has crossed into double-digit territory, and they're 3 rounds away from taking this.
So close. So great. Invictus. But not good enough, it seems like, as Rain. Again, same situation as before, right? 2-0 start for the coalition team. After that, the breach side finding the first full buy round, and now an eco to follow here from Invictus. Things just really aren't looking good as they're making their way over through scanners. So we're going to fight their way through. Donnelly has found indeed the opening fight. You make it 2. As Rain is looking to control the pace even further. Great shot there with the deagle found as Malik finds himself having an AK. A little bit more could be going their way. Valley around the corner, dinking and finding a frag on Faultless. This round still, for some reason, becomes a doable one. Well, they start off with pistols. The AK gets dropped into the hands of Malik. And this round, still magically, is on the cards of happening. Malik trying to help Valley. There comes the swing. That's a 1-for-1 trade. Now they know where Donnelly or Malik originally was. So rotations can start to happen when they choose that to be the A side. Malik is going to sneak through connector and into this A site. This can be crazy for Malik. A chance to line him up and single-handedly win this round. They know of his position. Try to peek out a second time. The flash will catch him briefly. Up close, Malik looking for it. That's one.
Way.
Shadow. And smoked him off, giving Malik a chance to go for a reload. He swings out a second time. Will be found falling, but that was ridiculous from Malik to even make it that close in the first place.
Yeah, that was way closer than it needed to be. Team Rain almost throwing or snatching victory out of the jaws of defeat.
Yeah. And then, again, we're seeing this sort of shaky performance, I would say, from Invictus. Sometimes not as confident, like you saw in that little fun fact.
Yep.
It's first time Invictus plays this map, right, on Worlds. And although in the little veto we heard Jimmy say, yeah, we at least play grounded, we can see that it hasn't been on their bucket list in a way, right? It hasn't been on their bucket list to play it, but it was in the best of 7. Didn't expect it to see it played that early, but if you would have seen it being played that late, it might have also been very, very troublesome for them. So I think for Invictus, they're quite happy to sort of get this map out of the way, but they're still, of course, going to have a chance if they find 8 in a row. Little nice jump spot here from Alec, actually.
Naxera is going to open it up. Yeah, there's one thing practicing the map versus actually playing it in a competitive tournament setting with all eyes on you, especially here in the grand finals. So much pressure. Invictus looking good here in round number 17. They do have the man advantage. Fallen Knight. Ooh, that's a mean shot, that sniper rifle. Watch Faultless here. Creeping around. He might be able to find the backstab on Jimmy. I'm just looking at the mini map right now. If Jimmy moves back around, or maybe he goes for... He might just be able to do it. I don't know if he's going to expect him. Yeah, Jimmy taking his time. Game sense is great. Backs on up. Now down to his 1 versus 2. Jimmy moving quickly to try to intercept.
Oh,
look at that. Just barely missing.
He's hurt, though.
Goes back and checks. Dude, what is he on?
Hey, you heard Shadow, so that was a pretty easy kill, but now needs another one, which is going to be a whole lot tougher against Faultless.
And Faultless is able to pull it off, planting the bomb as well. It's match point now for Team Rain. They have the cash to work with, and they could be closing this out of 13-5. Just looking at the economy over there for Invictus, not looking good. Walgren isn't even going to be able to afford any armor coming on into this. And 13-5 is most likely going to be the final outcome here, unless you can get a big play by Invictus.
Full A push from Rain. They're going to completely run it. Low money, they potentially know. Vulgrim still fully flashed as soon as he gets his vision back. Rain is already on the site. Has to step up. M4 in hand, Myline and Shadow mowing the A players down. Rotations are cold, but too late to stop this. Fallen Knight will catch Naxera with his pants down here, trying to switch to his weapon. Not going to do it in time. The spray through connector to at least break some armor as Myline is closed in. Jimmy reloading, will be caught in the middle of it. Or Malik will do exactly the same. Diminished out of that round because a fast A play was going to work. Rain had so much time to make it happen. Fallen Knight again on the top. Or again, yeah, he is again on the top. Faultless the bottom, but Shadow also joined the likings. This lineup from Rain, with now obviously Donnelly coming in, has been looking great. Stizex was great last time as well, but Donnelly bringing in that edge once more here, which is really beneficial for the team of Rain. But we'll see what they do going forward. They're at least equalizing up this series.
You're not going to have a 3-0 today. Somebody, of course, is going to be leading as we have our final map for the day coming up here shortly, going into Bureau. But glad to see it's not a 3-0.
Yeah.
I think this kind of went the way we were thinking. You know, map 1 favoring Invictus. They were able to take it. Map 2 favoring Team Rain. They take it. And I coming into this one, again, we can start looking at some stats, but I think it's kind of more of a wild card. I really don't have a gut feeling either way on who's going to take this map. I think both teams are showing they can play and compete against each other.
We're kind of going into more stable ground now, I would say. Some of the maps that all teams are kind of good. And then if we would go to a 7th map, it would be a wild card again where it's really like we don't know because both teams have not played it. How insane would that be? For now, the series has been equalized. We'll drop it into a short break. When we return, we'll see Bureau action we'll see the office being played out with some nice fans to cool this off a bit. Well, we're now going to have a little bit of a cooling to do after 2 insane matches of criticalops. We hope to invite you back after a short break with that third map between Invictus and Rain in the grand finals of criticalops Worlds 2024.
Here on B long, and my line can either cook up or gets cooked. He does get that first frag onto Drax, gets the second onto Central. Molly here with the sniper does take him down eventually. Very much great impact from the sniper.
Do that. No.
Oh no, oh no. Looking into 3 Rain players, there's no chance. Fallen Knight here with the third frag. My line and Fallen Knight.
This has got to be real firepower.
And Faultless gets very aggressive and he gets punished, but Myline is right there to refrag at the double. Oh my goodness. Myline, the way Shadow pushes from side, he gets a double as well. And I think that's a yes, it is totally with the long frag.
Wins.
And now Crazy needs to defend site alone while his teammates start to rotate. Gets a kill through the smoke on Volgren, but Noxic trades him out. And now it's all on Exo to win this round. Going for the ninja defuse. Doesn't seem like he is. He's faked it. Kills Valley. Not much time left. Noxic is running as fast as he can. And he's back, and now Exo getting the kills, but all for naught. In the end, it doesn't matter as they did lose the round. The chemistry just isn't there the same way it is for Invictus, and it really shows as Volgren is able to kill, and 4M actually getting a double on Valley and Noxic.
Well, the Volgren could make a play here. Did they hear their bullets hitting him in the smoke? Yes. Oh, Exco does spot him out and whips around for the kill. On 1 HP he is, but it's just Jimmy. He's been so good so far. Can he do it again? Exco on 1 HP and 4M on half. He's going to be trying to bait it out. Oh, but Jimmy, expert work here. All he needs to do, one more bullet on the Exco, and he clutches out another 1v3 back-to-back. Incredible performances from him. Jimmy. Yep, he's stuck in the corner, and he's going to be unable to do anything about it. Naxera does find the trade. He is taken down to low HP. Flashbang is out. Does manage to convert a second. Rue and Bloss, though, snatch one in return, but Volgren strikes back. Now a 2 versus 2 situation. Oh, I thought Exco might not hit that kill, but he does, and the flashbang is out. Volgren does manage to dodge it. 6 kills and 14 deaths right now. A critical round for his team. He really does need to win this. The nade almost lands at his feet, only doing roughly 23 damage though. So much to be desired in that department. And Volgren is just going to be hanging out. He's chilling. He's chilling. Wait, no, he might find the timing on Bloss. Bloss, does he know that he's on site? Oh, but the timing! Oh, Bloss almost chokes the kill, but does ultimately manage to land that headshot.
It will be a bit of a unicorn round, a 5v5 retake in which Jimmy is going to put the first frag on the board. He's looking for more, and they certainly need so, but this heaven position is so difficult to deal with Jake.
Yeah, it is. You want to try to smoke it out as much as possible. Of course, early, more difficult here in the earlier rounds with not as much cash to work. May is working it effectively. They're working their way up here. Invictus. May finding a 3K with the P250 in his hand. Jimmy made some noise, but ultimately getting dropped. And B is no longer the side of choice. A is where they are going. Shots are being fired right now. Richard is going to find Malik, but not before he's able to drop down Mr. Ramen there. Chicken or beef? I don't know.
Bomb has been planted.
Yeah, I mean, no mercy. Again, just walking on the site. No problem cracking open the bomb site. Problem defending it. Same for Invictus. Seems like it's just too T-sided at this point. And when the T's turn into the T's, they push in, they flash in, they overwhelm Naxera with beautiful there. So their locations are known as well. This just has to be the raw aim again for No Mercy to shut this one down. But so far it has been there. But Jimmy and Valley with the frags. Akira and Sultan with the double look side. And clock is ticking away. So how do you get past 3 players there? It's going to be so difficult. As soon as you swing, there's 3 on the other side, so they can't even push through from tunnels. Meanwhile, Long is arriving. Exist gets 1. Sultan, Raymond, Valley, Malik with the frags going all the way. It's 2v3 now, but I don't think there's enough time, Jake. Even with Exist getting the frag, they have to defuse immediately. And oh, Jimmy gets another one to defuse.
Ooh. Invictus with the 2K. May gonna put down Malik before he can do more damage to his team. Comes up with 2, looking for the 3rd. He's able to find it. And Fires don't deceive me. He's got enough time to defuse. It's gonna be close, but he's got it.
Bomb has been defused.
What a play. 9 to...
Has to be No Mercy completing a retake, or we go bye-bye. We finish things off. There's gonna be Sultan Ramen to get the frag, but the time is starting to tick a little bit low. TikTok, you gotta make your move. Malik with the double, Nexero with the frag, leaves Malik in the 1v3, and this seemed rather impossible. It will be a bit of a unicorn round, a 5v5 retake in which Jimmy is gonna put the first frag on the board. He's looking for more, and they certainly need so, but this heaven position is so difficult to deal with, Jake.
Yeah, it is. You want to try to smoke it out as much as possible. Of course, early, more difficult here in the earlier rounds with not as much cash to work. May is working it effectively. They're working their way up here. Invictus. May finding a 3K with the PT-50 in his hand. Jimmy made some noise, but ultimately getting dropped. And B is no longer the side of choice. A is where they are going. Shots are being fired right now. Richard is going to find Malik, but not before he's able to drop down Mr. Ramen there. Chicken or beef? I don't know.
Bomb has been planted.
Yeah, I mean, No Mercy. Again, just walking on the site. No problem cracking open the bomb site. Problem defending it. Same for Invictus. Seems like it's just 2 T-sided at this point. And when the T's turn into the T's, they push in, they flash in, they overwhelm. Naxair with beautiful there. So their locations are known as well. This just has to be the raw aim again for No Mercy to shut this one down. But so far it has been there. But Jimmy and Valley with the frags. Akira and Sultan with the double look side. And clock is ticking away. So how do you get past 3 players there? It's going to be so difficult. As soon as you swing, there's 3 on the other side, so they can't even push through from tunnels. Meanwhile, Long is arriving. Exist gets 1. Sultan, Raymond, Valley, Malik with the frags going all the way. It's 2v3 now, but I don't think there's enough time, Jake. Even with Exist getting the frag, they have to defuse immediately. And oh, Jimmy gets another one to defuse.
Ooh. Invictus with the 2K. May gonna put down Malik before he can do more damage to his team. Comes up with 2, looking for the 3rd. He's able to find it. And Fires don't deceive me. He's got enough time to defuse. It's gonna be close, but he's got it.
Bomb has been defused.
What a play. 9 to...
Has to be No Mercy completing a retake, or we go bye-bye. We finish things off. There's gonna be Sultan Ramen to get the frag, but the time is starting to tick a little bit low. TikTok, you gotta make your move. Malik with the double, Nexero with the frag, leaves Malik in the 1v3, and this seemed rather impossible.
Peek in mid, see if he can find anybody on the cross. Oh, he's able to find Valley.
Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Your wait is over. The viewer awards are open as of now. So, guys, make sure you guys fly onto the site, click the button, make sure that you have gotten that for watching so far. So, you know, just a nice little piece for whoever's here during the break. We got you. So, guys, make sure that you head over there, click the button, and make sure that we're here. Back to the break. We'll be back shortly.
You're like, what the heck? Richard comes out, some nice information gathered from that.
Having the information works out in the favor. He's still going to go for the peak. Oh, my goodness, Exist. Spotting the player Exist, hits the shot. I love the split screen. 2 ops, you know, who causes more towards B. And the smoke is good. Exist, though, given a free shot, and that one he misses. The second is good. So Invictus now at a player disadvantage. It exists. It's just the hard shots are simple for him, Jake. It's the easy ones that he missed first. But I think he spots the information there, so it's given over, and now a chance to hit the shot all under your tally. You're gonna know how to close games out. And Jimmy actually wouldn't, but if I really had to, then Rain would be the direction I'm going. But that's also just, you know, off of very little information recently how they played. Well, look at that. The bomb site has been cracked open by Rain. They make a nice approach here. They go towards B. They unfortunately do lose 2 players, but then it's like, well, everyone has rotated. Why not just plant the bomb? And 3 players spotted towards CT. My line will have quite the information here. Shadow is going to get the frag. They're still looking to take it faultless with another frag. My line comes in as well, and this is what we know and love.
Managing that economy. Ooh, soften them up, man. Oh, just absolutely deleted. Control Z back to spawn. It's a keep it simple, stupid sometimes. Frick's coming around the corner, hits the first shot. Shadow there to reinforce. Oh man, it is just a sea of yellow right there. Crux and Sadak in there. Speaking to Sadak,
Now the whole game has been going just raw aggression from Rain, and they have the star power Jake here to punish. Fallen Knight gets the first. This is just pistols, and down they will go.
Coalition wins.
Everyone gets a flag. Yeah, it's been the show, the faultless show. Excuse me, the shadow show, but the rest of the team perhaps can show up. It will be a frag from my line. Yeah, possible they just need one more rifle round really to get to 12-12 here, Jake.
yeah, Rain. Oh my gosh.
All right, Sadak, metaphorically and on the server, they push towards Vans. It's Yuria on the other side. GTA gets the frag. Fallen Knight takes down Yuria. And Donnelly gets the backstab from Sadak. Not good for a kill, unfortunately. It's a 2v4, and Crux and GTA, they've clutched out a 2v4 before. We'll see if they can do it again. Nice.
He's probably going to work in that A server side. He is indeed. Sees Fallen Knight in a jump shot coming and drops him down. Going for the second. He's not able to find it. He's coming back. Oh, man, he is barely missing. Flashbang going out. And GTA finding Faultless now. Bomb is just hanging out inside a banana. Crux in a tough spot. My line.
Back open. GTA is just going to spray down Donnelly and Faultless again. So this time his aggression pays off. Shadow with the frag on Yepa. GTA. Oh my goodness. No way. The 4-piece ace unfortunately denied, but that is a clip of the game.
Tired and frustrated. GTA still staying strong. They'll find the headshot on top of Donnelly. Faultless working strong. It's Shadow also there. Doubles up this man. If he gets a kill, he's almost guaranteed 2 or 3 more. There's Faultless.
No byline for Rain. And no Jimmy for Invictus. So those are the 2 changes to the actual lineup with both stand-ins playing. Both rotation players originally. It's going to make some interesting work come out. And Ray Vulgren picks up an M4. And this might be where things start falling apart. Good shot though from Faultless collected. Finds Noxic. Aggression from Fallen Knight will be rewarded. Oh, they're getting everything. What a spray down there from Faultless.
Faultless turns almost at the perfect timing actually, able to come back and find the 2-piece as they push out there. And Team Rain, it's a sea of blue aid coming in, goes right behind him. He's gonna push out, trying to do some damage, able to find one, tries to double up. A little while longer. Ooh, Valley finding 2, Vulcan with the 3rd. Shadow getting in there, but it's a sea of yellow in the kill feed. Naxera trying to catch him off guard. It's not gonna happen. Noxic's out. Vulcan and Valley, the last players alive. It's slowly taken down. They're not able to do this. They have to move in here. I don't know if they have enough time. It's gonna be close. Oh my gosh, it's close.
Go for a Hail Mary play through the smoke. Doesn't find it. Furman on the side, holding on. Peter Vindy out, or XD Outbound is trying to spray. Oh, Vulgrant. Triple kill made. Holding down.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for hanging out through the break with us. Absolute crazy first 2 maps. Looking forward to getting into map number 3. Now we'll be going over and doing what we normally do and going over the replays and going and checking out how everything went. But before we do that, we do need to give a special thanks and a shout out to GameSir with that G 8 Plus controllers. But guys, hang on for just a second. We're going to hear from a quick word from our sponsors for GameSir, so stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Introducing the G8 Plus gaming controller from GameSir. Let's talk about it. So, this controller is perfect for gamers seeking a console-like experience across various platforms like the Switch, iOS, Android, tablets, and PC. With ergonomic grips, responsive motors, and a whole host of premium features, the G8 Plus transforms mobile gaming into an immersive console-quality experience. First up, we have the Hall Effect sensing sticks, as well as the Hall Effect analog triggers. For the sticks, enjoy 360 pinpoint control with anti-friction glide rings that ensure smooth movements and extended durability. For the triggers, experience unmatched responsiveness and smoothness. For SPS and action games such as criticalops, activate hair trigger mode for lightning fast inputs. Next up, we have the design. As you can see right here, you have an interchangeable faceplates, stick caps, and button caps, and you can also adjust button height. So let's do that right now. Let's say I want to swap out a stick. I pull on the stick, faceplate comes out, and look at that, bam. I can swap in a different stick, different height, whatever it may be. Let's say I want to swap out a button, right? I'm swapping out a button. I just grab it right here. It comes out just like this. And then I swap it with the other one. Let's say I want a Y. I want my Y and my X to be swapped around. There you go. It is swapped. And then look, easy as this. Taking your button and aligning it with the actual controller. Once you have aligned it, bam, it's in. And then look, easy as this. Take your thumbstick, pop it in, align it as well. Little secure and magnetic, bam, magic. It is swapped, hot swappable right here, as you can see. You also have universal compatibility. So what that means is you have a very, very large, spacious rear bridge. That means that you can fit phones from 4.33 inches to 8.46 inches. You can also fit a Nintendo Switch and tablets, making it a true all-in-one controller. Now, you also have the GameSir app for seamless integration. Fine-tune your experience by adjusting dead zones, vibration strength, and other settings via the GameSir app. Firmware updates and on-the-fly key combos ensure you're always in control. Check out the G8 Plus controller and elevate your gaming wherever you play.
All right, guys, welcome back. Fantastic. Thank you, Crosby. Let's give a round of applause in the chat for him with that, giving out the details for it. But absolutely fantastic. You guys need to pick one up, and also make sure you're in for the giveaway for down in the description so you guys can get a chance to get your own. Plus that tablet, that's kind of like the best thing ever for gaming. But other than that, though, Jake, Jesse, these first two games, absolutely incredible. A great showcasing on map number 1 for Soar. And then, of course, map number 2 is a little different. But how do you guys feel so far with seeing both of these maps?
I think it's what I expected. Again, we were discussing it just briefly. I know Jesse's going to get into it more when they go into the details, but it's what I expected coming into map number 1 from Invictus. And then from map number 2, it's definitely what I thought from Team Rain. I thought for a minute Invictus was going to start closing that gap more, but Rain closed it out about what I thought. And I think map number 3 is going to be super close. And I don't want to say a toss-up, but kind of leaning that way. I think this could be a map either one of these teams could take. So I'll let you guys take it away and dive on in with some more information about what happened.
Yeah, I think that's a good way, Jake, to introduce to the little map recap side of things. For the first two, I would briefly want to mention something about Invictus, but first, like Jake said, it's kind of going the way we expected, and I wouldn't say the next two maps are toss-up maps. I would say it's more important maps. That's the maps that are going to be the real defining point for between these two teams, right? These two, fine. Both going the right way. Now we're going into a best of 5 with all maps that are more of the 50-50 type of aspect. If you're looking at things, these were the maps where you could find the upsets. Now it's all coming down to the basic critical ops, who is actually better between these two teams. They've done their special techniques, they've done their special work, and now it's up to the basics again to show what they're worth for. So I think the grand final will only get more insane from that, which is obviously a very vague term because we've already seen such insane plays.
Yeah, it was incredible, especially on map number 1. We even saw Jimmy get himself an ace. So we've already gotten incredible, especially with Malik right there at the end, getting a 3-piece in an eco with a deagle, clearing things out. Again, it's already been crazy, but it's just going to get more intense as they're going to be closer and closer, or should be closer and closer as we go through. Because like I said, these are your standards. Bureau, and then we start off tomorrow with Raid. Again, that is going to be where your aim is going to be coming into play very, very hard. And sure, again, as we say, all maps are coalition sided, but the point is, Raid is going to be one of those that is, if it's not, it's going to be that one. That was the most breach sided out of anything, and if you have the speed, aggression, and aim to go along with it, you can absolutely make that happen. But based off what we saw already, Soar has definitely turned a little bit away from Rain and went towards Invictus, where, again, as we had in the past, Rain hasn't been historically good with it. But Invictus being able to pull it ahead, they were close. They had a 6-6 first half. It was really, really close, as they didn't keep anything really above on an average of a 2-round difference between them. But ultimately got squeezed up in the first half to a 6-6.
Yeah, I mean, here on the breach side, I would like to put some emphasis to what Invictus did. Let's take a look at that drawing board, because I have some small drawings prepared to see what exactly they did. Oh, you don't see the blanket that I put up. I would like to advise you to look to the top right. I put a little circle around there, but where we usually saw a player from Soar, usually it was Vulgrant, who was lurking about, right? Top right, that's where he was. That cross from the CT indicating that, or coalition side indicating that there was a smoke. After that, most of the players from Invictus rotated back and started exploring the other sides of the map. We see 2 dots towards the middle side and towards Umbrella. In a way, they found an opener, then went back to apply pressure elsewhere, and then we see that little arrow pushing for Vulgrant through the smoke, where he mostly found his impact, right? So what Invictus did is they take a certain area of the map, then they leave one player there, start rotating about, exploring other sides of the map to make the opposing team think they've completely abandoned that area. While then Vulgrant or anyone else from the side from Invictus starts pushing that extremity even more, right? As soon as Rain starts rotating, playing on the sound, getting those rotations, catching them off guard, which actually sometimes led to Invictus going for a double fake while they were ending on the A side. And again, I would like to say on Grounded, there wasn't really much to say, because Invictus tried pieces like this, but nothing, absolutely nothing went their way. Rotations on Grounded are very, very tough. On this map of Soar, they usually found the opening kill. On Grounded, they never had a man advantage to work with. So then this tactic of trying to rotate about, you can have a rotator then, you can have a lurker, but if no one actually takes the side, if no one explores entries on the other paths, there's no way to really make this side work. So it's important to get those entries or get a lot of space, and on Grounded, that really, it just showed that Invictus didn't really have what it takes, particularly on the breach side, to get it out of the way. And like you said, A-Master, ending that half on the 6-6 means just so much. Soar, we know how much of a coalition-sided map it is, and simply getting 6 rounds by these type of plays is enough to win the game. We already were talking after that 6-6. Me and Jake were kind of already indicating that the map was going to go to Invictus, just by how coalition sided this map usually is. And that's why such a strong breach side is so necessary for a team like Invictus on the map of Soar. And it was so important on Grounded as well, because you saw how stressful it was sometimes to play on the coalition side. Rain picking up 1 or 2 rounds, and immediately a 13-5 went their way. So that's what I'm saying. Those lurker plays, really great from Invictus to see, but looking forward into that Grounded map in particular, where things just really didn't go the way expected.
Yeah, no, when it comes down to it, that great showing, that 6-6 really set them apart. And like I said, being able to get that on such a coalition sided map really set them up to have a really good second half, and it did. It really just opened them up for it. And ultimately, there was only 2 rounds gained for Rain, 3 rounds gained for Rain as they went over into the second half, and it hurt them. It hurt them really badly, and they were just unfortunately not able to make those extra connections. But yeah, Grounded, but still turned it around. You could see that they had practice, but they've only played it, once at least. But it really showed that Invictus had played it, because they didn't just get 13-0, but
Exactly.
it was not great by any stretch of the imagination. Like I said, they just couldn't find it. They couldn't find that opener. They couldn't send the lurker around because they were always man down. So then it's 3 with 1 instead of 4 and 1, and it just bad things happen. So now that we get to go into Bureau, we get to go back to defaults. We get to do what we know is going to be possible. There's nothing crazy it should be. And here we go. This replay right here from Malik. This was the absolute craziest. Getting double, triple dink. And being able to set this up was absolutely crazy. Leaving Faultless by himself. And then still taking him out as the 4th while recovering the weapon. That was the round that I don't think anybody expected. Even as well as they did, I didn't think that was going to be possible, but he just absolutely went ham on it.
Yeah, and also like just going forward this map, I don't think it required many changes from either side. And looking at our reporter at the sideline, Phenomenal Licks, he also confirmed that there's no changes in the lineup coming. So these 5 players that we just saw will stay the same. I feel like for the Rain side in particular was great because Donnelly had a really good game in the map of Grounded. So he really put up a big fight. Definitely a key piece of the formula from Rain. And like you said, going back to basics. So with Invictus again back on a more comfortable map, there's no need to change, right? If things just not going your way, a mental reset of about 10 minutes, a little bit of a break can really help you in a way to just make it happen. They feel comfortable with this lineup. They feel comfortable with Nexera instead of Noxic. So now it's up to them to show what they got on Bureau.
Yep, and well, we'll see what we got as far as we rolling into it. Again, they'll be able to pull in their strategies, their defaults, what they're planning on doing here. It's going to be a good game regardless. And with one way or the other, someone's got to walk away with 2 on the board and be able to take the lead today. Now, again, tomorrow is rolling to the remainder of the games, which no matter what, since Rain was able to pick up Grounded, we will at least see 2 games tomorrow, potentially, minimally seeing that. Because if somebody walks away with 2 Ws, then it could be over, depending on who gets that second one on the board today. So it's going to be a little bit back and forth with it with tomorrow. So good luck with that, and I hope you guys are ready for it. And put that on your calendars for the games for tomorrow, so you guys can check out who's going to be the world champion of 2024. But it's going to be fantastic. And again, tomorrow you're at least going to be able to see Raid and Port. Those are going to be the next 2. And then if things go a little bit more back and forth, then you may have Canals. And if you're just ever so lucky, we might see Plaza for the first time in 2024. I'll be excited to see it. Yeah.
Yeah, for these 2 teams as well. They're like it's so insane. The first time you're gonna see it play, and that's a 7th map of the grand final. That is something else. We do hear one thing, and that's that the knife, I think, is ready. So we'll grab me and Jake with us into the game. Hey, Master, thank you for being there with me on the analyst desk. We're gonna send it into Burrow. Let's quit the yabbing. Let's get the stabbing. Jake, we're back again.
We are
with some
back,
action.
Thank you for that phenomenal recap of what happened to you and A Master. I'm ready now here for map number 3, the final map of the day, ladies and gentlemen. And again, for those of you that have a hard time hearing, we got another stream tomorrow to figure out who's going to be the champions. And it looks like it is going to be, once again, Invictus winning the knife round, getting on top there, and they'll be able to decide which side they want to start out on.
They're choosing breach side every time. They're doing it this time again. So they're doing your strategy, Jake, about ending it on the higher note, which I think, I haven't seen it in a lot of other games that use this system, but for Invictus choosing it, they just want to end strong. They want to end it in style. Let's hope and see what will be played. Let's see when the game is ready. We're going to move into it.
I think we are ready to get confirmation on that, so we should be live here momentarily. I am excited to see how Jimmy plays on this map. I don't think he is subbed out. I don't see why he would have. That didn't happen, right? Okay.
No,
I think
no one
this
is subbed out.
Okay, good. Okay, I didn't see that, so I just want to make sure. I think this map might be perfect the way we've seen him been playing. Not quite lurking, but he's got those lurker moments. And I think he can really catch Team Rain off guard here in this map in a couple situations, going through orange. I think this could be the map that you see him pop off once again on him. He's done great in map 1 and map 2, but keep your eye close on Jimmy. I hope we don't put too much pressure on him and he folds, but that's just the vibe I'm getting coming into this. No, wait. Oh, yeah, there he is. Okay. Player to 0 there, down there for Invictus. On the breach side, Rain on the coalition here to start. And it's a full stack over towards B, Jesse. Right now, the breach, okay, I take it back, it's not a full stack. There was one player hanging over towards servers just in case they do decide to make that rotation over there towards the A site. And right now, Invictus, once again, really like to take their time here on the breach side. It's something we've seen them do a lot. And they're going to continue doing it.
Yeah. Great fight that could be found, that could be had. Of course, much more comfortable map from Invictus. I've already played a map with this particular lineup. See what Nexera can bring to the table. Now sort of double IGL type of action. Vulgran seen crossing, running your way into Intel where Fallen Knight is up close. Knife still out. He tried to knife him, chopping him down. Would have been a nice way to salvage, but Fallen Knight taken. The A side under control from Invictus. Will be the bomb plant happening within a few seconds. Rain rotating about through the edge in towards server site, where Invictus is going to try to take Coalition spawn here. Up close with 3, looking to force the issue. Everyone from Rain has already swarmed the site, so all 4 pushing might be dangerous. Forced to deal with Donnelly. We'll see them. No one on the bomb though. No one yet defusing. Now all wrapping around. Jimmy getting himself a double. Lurking play will be caught, and the round goes to Invictus. What a start on the breach site. A rush from mid into Intel. Rain just simply not aware. And then the post plant held so well, playing together. And that was a dangerous orange force if I've ever seen one. Just sticking together, pushing. Well done.
Something we saw both on map 1 and even kind of on map 2, but Invictus has each other's backs. They're really good with moving together as a unit, fanning out, making sure they got their lines of sights matched, and they trust each other. That's huge. Again, that just shows experience together as a team. I don't know if I've ever got everybody stacked here inside of vents. This could be a shooting gallery if they pull around. Jimmy is going to be the one to peek the corner and say hello. And yeah, there it is. It's a quad feed. Lord Farquaad is in the house. Might come up with the ace. He's going to shoot him in the back. Motorhead. Not going to happen. Just needs a queen now. Invictus. 2-0.
Yeah, winning the knife round every single time, so they get the opportunity what to choose. And now the fact that they were ready enough, had a very interesting pistol round planned, sets you up for success here. 2 rounds to start. Usually we've seen a turnaround happen right at this moment, right? It was always 2-1. That'd be in for the coalition side rather than the breach, so maybe Invictus have a way, playing it slow. And again, lurking for somebody. And this time, it's Melik. Well, with the smoke being thrown, they try to wrap their way around towards the vent side where Donnelly is positioning himself. Ultimately, Invictus just lining up, waiting for the time to tickle. No entry yet given, nor found. This is again the second smoke now thrown. You make the rain side just so awkward. Donnelly is just checking without any info, now faced with danger. Some few breach players are looking to push their way in. Now Vent's getting cleared and just Faultless only good for 1. So with him falling, Invictus have successfully taken the B site. And it's just making Rain so paranoid. Don't want to peek, don't want to fight info, but now playing without info is also making them fall. Beautiful timing found, and Rain is and should be kicking themselves here, saving their 2 weapons and giving over the 3rd to Invictus.
Oh man, you had to get that kill right there. And save that sniper rifle. My line now, the only player left alive here for Team Rain. I think the way Invictus is playing too, I'm thinking way ahead into tomorrow, but I can really see them doing well on the breach side on raid.
Yeah. And that is, I mean, I was gonna talk about this a bit, but of course, game started very, very soon, and I mean that's great for the through part. But raid, if a team starts off great, and in particular Invictus, right? If raid is, I think, a map where Invictus was quite scared about as well to play against Rain still. If you're going into this second day with a 2-1 lead and you're going into raid which you're also winning, you have the confidence that's through the roof. There's absolutely no way you're losing that one out anymore. So that's the thing I'm mostly concerned about. See how things are going to form. As the 3-0 from Invictus has to be controlled. Let's see how round 4 will go exactly. With ultimately another little default that's played. Malik lurking this time towards B. It's a little bit of the same as we've seen, right? A sneak through the smoke with players putting pressure elsewhere. Look at Malik. He's trying to sneak his way through. Has been seen out by Myline. Gets his way with one. Might cause some rotations. He gets a second on B. Rotations called. Should be from Rain. They're going to catch Malik off. Making Invictus again quite unsure of where to go, but the panic has been created, and that's something Invictus have always been able to do. Twin comes out from orange, that shadow falling. This might be your way into the B side because no one is there. Donnelly might arrive in time to a fast rotation through HQ with the smoke catching off the path. Might allow Invictus to get the plant. They're again playing this so tactically smart, so tactically well. Fulgurant though had a sniper, so not going to win that intercation. Having Donnelly to deal with only.
Sniper so early on here, interesting choices. I mean, Invictus has the cash to work with. So it's not throwing it away, but working these angles with that. I don't know. Bomb slowly taken down up to Donnelly. Invictus definitely feeling good here. About to be 4-0. Unless Donnelly does something impossible. Getting ready to move. Thinking about sticking it. He's not going to have the time. He's expecting to come in from behind. And they come in through entry. Fallon drops him. And Invictus has done it 4-0 here on the board. Starting off very strong. And look at this. Yeah. Myline, 0-3. Sitting about 170 ping. 1-4 there for Shadow and Faultless. And then 3-4 respectively there for Donnelly and Fallen Knight. Jimmy is just on top of things. 8-2. Malik as well at 5-1.
Yeah,
like you said, you know, Jimmy is just making sure, like he is this. He wants it.
I spoke with Jimmy as well before this sort of match as well. With like he's been stressing out a lot for this match, and I get why, right? You never know if you have done enough, right? And that's kind of the mentality that Jimmy has been having going into this game. Like, I'm gonna make sure that I won't regret that I didn't put another deathmatch in, right? That I didn't play another deathmatch, that I didn't play another scrim. We absolutely grind our PP off to try and make sure that we get on top of ourselves and that we have done everything we possibly can, because otherwise you're going to doubt yourself. Like, if I did another hour of deathmatch, would that have made a difference? And now you cannot doubt yourself because you've just put in every hour that you possibly can, play too much for your liking even. That's when you know you've put in the effort. Good shot from Valley to open things up, and Invictus, man. Crazy work here on Bureau. Faultless though might end their lives, might end their dreams as he tries to chase. Will fight next era. That's a lovely double from Faultless. Malik up for the clutch.
If anybody can do it, I'd say it's Malik here, but he looks the wrong way, and Faultless is going to put him down. That's 3 there for him in round number 5. Team Rain putting the first point there on the board. And really at this point, I mean, if you're Team Rain, you want to win the remainder out of this on the Coalition side. You know, again, Invictus has a comfortable spot coming into the flip on the Coalition side here. You don't want to give them the advantage. I mean, 6-6, you can. It's not really what you want, though. They got a lot of work to do here, and they're getting a little more aggressive, it seems. Rotate around quickly through orange. Going to see if anybody there's Tree Hall, but they're not. They're all working their way down B long right now. They just said hi to all of the devs there. And Shadow, I think heard them. Yep, teammates begin to reinforce, and it is going to be an absolute bloodbath here. Next area is going to open up. Shadow quick one down on Valley. Now he's looking around, trying to find the headshot. He somehow is able to do it. Malik watching from behind. Slow it down just a little bit now. Trying to decide whether they want to move around towards A or push in towards B. Faultless is down. My line finds Jimmy. That's a huge player to get out of there. You got Mel and Vulgarant now to deal with. They're going to commit to B. They're opening up. Billy get that player inside of Orange. Spot has been spotted by Donnelly, and Vulgarant is down. And Team Rain putting another point there on the board. Quickly cleaned up there in round number 6.
They needed to do it. Now have at least Invictus on the brink of losing their own economy, losing their chance to buy. They will even just play with pistols this one. So not going to go for any weird shenanigans. I feel like that is definitely beneficial to their stage. Fairly even going for the little revolver action. So let's see what Invictus have cooking for them. Going for a fast rush into A, trying to overrun this sniper. The ratio out will not be able to find it. Jimmy tries leading the charge into the side himself, entering his way through, round the corner. Again, another op shot missing. So your ratio in hand, that is not going to be a good weapon this time on your side. What a shot from the revolver coming out. Donnelly, though, having a chance to equalize. Fulgrant and Jimmy left. Go for the deagle, now an upgrade of an SG in play. With Jimmy having a chance to wrap his way around, he's at least going to make sure he goes for the coalition spawn. My line is blown out of that round, sent to Sky. 2 versus 2. Although Vulgrant there going aggressive, he could have planted the bomb. Jimmy picks up the sniper. Can he get this? Jimmy can't, because Faultless is in the way. But that was a round starting off with 4 deagles and a revolver, and ended with just 1 player surviving. That could have been the turnaround point right there and then, but it wasn't. Luckily for Rain.
Again, Invictus just with the scrappiness. They're willing to get down there in the mud. And that can be the difference between getting there to the victory stand or not. Team Rain putting another point on the board now, just 1 down from tying it. Fallen Knight once again continuing rocking that U ratio. You can see him looking into orange right now. Oh, I take that back. He's looking down towards Banana. Thought that was a weird spot to be set up. Misread my mini map. Jimmy about to have a big altercation. He's going to even weigh his position, and then that should allow Faultless to pick him up. Oh no, he just saw him. Maybe he did. I saw. Yeah, he did. He's gonna sneak out, get him. But it's Donnelly there with the refrag. Switch up from the way I thought it was gonna go. Fallen Knight needs to get this. Looking over towards his left, and Vulgrant pops out, might catch him off guard. That bomb is working its way in towards A right now. Vulgrant finds Donnelly. Still Fallen Knight here on the ratio. 3 players up to live, and Vulgrant's able to get around him. Surprise! He finds him. They're working on it over towards A. That bomb can be planted. They're really delaying the plant, taking their time. Valley, it's about time to go, don't you think? Get the bomb planted, get the cash. This is what you need.
Yeah, they're suspecting a player to be somewhere, which now has all been cleared. So, confirmation made. Let's see what the retake does.
My line working on it. You have Shadow. Now the last man alive. Looking like he's going to come in through servers. This should be an Invictus round. Yeah, he definitely gave himself away. They're both coming around the corner. Swinging, trying to get it. I was thinking Vulgrant might get a little aggressive there, but decides not to. And it looks like they're going to try to save. Might try to... Oh! Caught with your knife out. Vulgrant. Not going to let Shadow get into the next round alive. Invictus winning that, getting the bomb planted. And picking off everybody over there on the side of Team Rain. Going to force them to go ahead and rebuy. Continuing doing damage to that economy. Jesse, I don't know about you, but this Invictus side is looking good.
Yeah, might have to do something with the way these servers are played, of course. We'll get a little info piece about that in just a bit, but before that, Invictus now leading to 5. They have started off strong, and again, we didn't expect it necessarily to be this fast. When we look at, for example, that grounded map going the other way, but this is what a map that you're just not all too familiar on or haven't practiced all too much that is going to be played. Besides a map that is more of the basics again. Invictus is feeling so much more comfortable on this map, the way they move around, setting up these lurking plays again, and actually what I said on the drawing board as well, finding openings rather than not able to do that. Malik just swinging, confidently keeping 3 players left on that B side while Jimmy just runs in and clears Fallen Knight. Like, that is how easy it sometimes make it look. Mid player getting caught. Mylan is alone on the side himself, trying to get Nexera, but then gets caught by Valley. The only trade there once was, is now falling to pieces. Faultless down low. Shadow looking to leap in, but he's on the other side of the map while Trade Frag is here. Every kill that Rain found is immediately traded. There's literally no way for them to get away with a double. That's how great Invictus is playing right now.
A little bit of information there, server side. Information.
This is what I'm saying, right? Mylan is currently, I think, 2-6. Or 3-6. He's playing on, instead of 130 ping, on 170. Because this is currently a Turkish server, instead of the Sweden server that we saw in the first 2. This is what Invictus chose. Just, like, originally they were going to try to play all the servers on Sweden. They were going to play some servers on German. But Sweden and Turkey seem to now to be the cases. And Turkey is actually a lot further away, right, than German and Sweden from the NA side. So that's when Myline is going to have a little bit of trouble. You can see it in his score, 3-6. One of the key pieces from Rain that maybe because of ping is not performing as he wants to. Which is, not to do with him, but just to do with the good picking from Invictus, I would say.
Yeah, but you got to try to adapt to that. Get a little more aggressive, swing around corners and whatnot, and do what you can with that.
He's playing too static, I feel like, this peaks, this sort of peaks. That's exactly what you can do to try and catch him over. Now, just run into the side mile and do it. Clear it.
That's what you
go in first. Exactly. Together with Fallen Knight clearing Vulgrant. Well done. This is well played from Rain. This is what we love to see.
Yeah, because that's the hand you've been dealt here. You know, Myline has, and you're going to be dealing with it final map today and any more maps you play tomorrow. So you got to figure out how to play it to your advantage. And I think it is. You need to be a little more aggressive, maybe take on that little more of the lurker role and just get a little more aggressive. Nothing stupid, you know, don't rush their spawn or anything, but be that guy who's entering, be the guy who's swinging around the corner, rushing into the site right there, just trying to catch him off guard because of that higher ping. Try to use it to your advantage. So far in round number 11 here, 2 rounds away from the flip. Best case scenario here for Team Rain on the Coalition side. They win the next 2 and take it in 6-6. A little bit of a, not quite a broken buy, but you see Nexera on the Deagle here. But even in that situation, we've seen Invictus do really well when they don't have as much weaponry or utilities to work with. Right now, Rain is on top of them. Shadow doubling up with the AUG in his hand, looking to try to find the third. He's able to do so. Light is shining down on him. And it's all up to Malik here. Donnelly finds him, and there it is. We're 1 round away from the flip, and we might just get that tied scoreline going into it.
Yeah, and if we get a tie scoreline, Jake, we're still saying Invictus is having the best chances, right, to win this on paper. They're still the ones looking really good to just simply take it right there, right now. So, and that is considering they lose this next round. So things are looking great for Invictus going into day 2, but we'll have to wait and see if it's actually confirmed. We have seen some great plays from Rain coming out, and more of the basic, more of the known maps might allow them to put up a very good breach side. Myline swinging plays, 2 kills taken. Great start on this round. Fallen Knight waiting on the back, just jump spotting them out. He spotted 2. Has a chance to then go ahead for a swing. Rain all start rotating in, so trying to swing to create some more space. They do exactly that. Vulgrant left standing in a 1 versus 5, and we kind of felt like it was going to be tied going into the flip. Invictus have to stabilize because they're not coming into the second half with all too much momentum. We're flipping sides on the 6-6 scoreline, fully tied.
Fallen Knight continually buying that sniper rifle. It hasn't really been able to use it much. Hasn't been able to capitalize on the extra money spent. And in some ways, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage not being able to move as aggressively, get up close and personal with it. I don't know. It might be hurting Team Rain just a little bit by him continuing to do that. Hopefully that doesn't continue to happen here in the second half. We're off in the pistol round right now, and Rain is making their way towards the B site. There's one player there in Vince, and that is Malik. He's moved out. I don't even think they fully realize that Malik's had to have heard them at this point. They're coming down, searching for him. They haven't planted the bomb yet. They're looking for kills right now. They figured out where they're at. Quick trades going down as Vulgrant and Jimmy. They do have the man advantage on the Invictus side. Bomb has been planted. Vulgrant very low HP. Let's see how they try to retake this site. Donnelly gets the information. He's trying to back on up. They're about to push on in. It's Invictus right now. My line able to find one. Donnelly in a tough spot gets the second. Donnelly's about to go down. And my line is just beasting and feasting right now. Vulcan low HP. Vulcan decides not to stick it. Swings out. And there it is. A potentially higher ping. Potentially being an advantage for him right there. My line. That was 4, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's crazily played from my line. And the thing I'm mostly just laughing about is we make a comment about my line, like, yeah, maybe the ping has to do something with him. Since then, this man has been like quadrupling his kills. It's insane to see his transition. He knew he had to wake up. He's ready for it. And maybe a small adjustment, right, in his playstyle. Like we mentioned, the more swinging style that ping advantage gives you. Just for the people that don't know, higher ping, if you swing an angle, it's more beneficial to you than standing and holding an angle. And now going into the breach side, that would make total sense, right? Considering my line now has to peek, has to make the play. So I feel like on the breach side mostly, he's going to have most of the advantage. He is playing from North America right now, East Coast. So still playable, because if you would be on West Coast, good luck with that. But yeah, all things considered, that is going to affect you on every single server that we play. Turkey just a little bit farther away. See how this eco round will go. Nexera, 3 kills already, make it 4 in total. Oh no, this round could still fall apart. The XDs are doing so much work while only 2 to find. Shadow rush the chip in. They have control over the bomb, so this could be dangerous. An AK picked up, makes another kill go his way. Now it's my line in a clutch. The man from North America that's gonna have to try and make this happen. 40 seconds left. Invictus tries wrapping around. They leave the bomb completely, just shifting their way up from long B. My line might have some time to clear this. Might know that they're eventually going to start to rotate, but he might not have the time to wrap back to A. Might have to go B, which is exactly where the Invictus players are heading towards. Or he's going to have to run and go A straight up. Where is he going? This is the choose. This is the decision he's going to make, and he's going to go to A. The exact side of choice he needed to go for. No one from Invictus will notice. My line choosing the right path, but now has yet to find this clutch. The bomb that will go down. This eco from Invictus still looking very good. Myline going for the heads up play. Going for the swing. Turning his back. Fulgurant wins it for Invictus. The round started with all XDs, and they're getting away with 2 AKs or even an SG and more because the round goes their way.
I mean, it's hard not to just be cheering for Invictus right now with the way they're playing. You're coming in at a tough spot. Somebody able to pull the round off. Again, it's that scrappiness and Team Rain is just not prepared for it. They keep making decisions like buying the sniper rifle. Why did you leave the site like that? Leave yourself so exposed. Almost like they're playing scared. Oh, it's Jimmy just feeding right now. It's a full ace for him. Shoot him in the back. Invictus now up by 1. There he is. The IGL hailing from the United Kingdom. 114 maps to his name. I guess at this point it's 116 based on the last 2 he's played. About to make it 117 after this. And he has just been having an absolute field day today. I mean, he's been on the kill feed and been a pivotal player on all 3 maps thus far today. Team Rain, I don't know what you need to do here. You need to make something.
You don't lose those eco rounds when you're on the breach side. That's one clear thing. Every single round matters on the breach side. And the fact you lose it, you lose such a, on paper, easy round, that is going to be really, really bad to deal with. But let's see if they can do it on the first full buy. Jimmy has seen him. Great nade that will be found. Or the rep into the middle. Invictus start rotating. So maybe Rain going for a little bit of a fake play, because now there's 3 players on A, right? Invictus read exactly what Rain is doing, and with them not having a player on the other side of the map, you can see Fulgurant starting to rotate in. Rain does not have players on every single angle, and now Fulgurant will go for a lurk, catching off 2. That's Nexera finding Donnelly. The second should be found, adjusting his aim in time. Jimmy even stealing it from him. Fulgurant was like, oh, I'm gonna have a lurk. Just wait, guys. Nah, they're just swinging in. That's lovely from Invictus. Such confidence in this round.
Yeah, I mean, there's still plenty of time here. It can go either way, but it's just beginning to get that. I mean, how can you not win when you're 21-11? I mean, that's something you're going to have to Team Rain going into tomorrow. What do you do about Jimmy? I mean, bright side, you get a full day's rest. You go ahead and wake back up. Maybe he's not going to be as on it. You know, maybe
That's
the only some bad sleep.
That's the only thing you can hope for.
Exactly right. What do you do here? I mean, 21-11, and there are still minimal, unless they do, 4 rounds here.
Yeah, you got to try to figure out where he's playing, potentially avoid him, or like I said, just have some pressure elsewhere, right? I kind of feel like that's the thing Rain is sort of lacking in a way. They're doing something, then they're doing that, right? So there's no answer or no returning point, right? This round, they choose A and they're going there, right? Having a lurk, like, for example, Invictus did, always keep some pressure on the other side of the map, and that allows Jimmy to not get so much done in 1 millisecond.
Yeah, and he's playing the IGL role and almost lurker at the exact same time.
Yeah, but the thing is also, and I noticed that myself, because in the games I play with my team, I'm also always like the IGL. Ooh. When I'm having a good mood, my team is having a good mood, and that's what we're seeing with Malik right now. Opening things up, he's probably screaming his lungs out every time they win a round, and that sets up his team for success. Malik, an entry fragger for good capabilities. He's putting himself onto 11, almost on the positive score. Joint Rain, of course, as well for a little bit. But now on Invictus to steal potentially the World Championship from Rain. Let's see if we're going to have more going away of Invictus, because we're having a full buy again, Jake. So this is the time Rain needs to do something.
So I'll let Gyroscope come into play there with Malik. Fallen Knight, finally! That's what you need to do. If you're going to pull a sniper rifle, you need to get a kill with it, and you need to put Jimmy down. You got to put him down, man. This could be a round finally going to Team Rain. It just seems like Invictus, even the rounds Rain is winning, Invictus is still dominating in those rounds. You got to get this momentum shifted up. And it's hard, of course, being here on the breach side on the map of Bureau. Working down through Banana. You can't rush too fast, but you need to start applying a little more pressure. They're just allowing Invictus to set up on the map, spread out to exactly where they want, and just live on it. Don't let them get comfortable. This is not their house. This is yours. Make them start sweating a little bit.
Yeah, Jimmy was like, I'm going to jump up. I get absolutely obliterated by Fallen Knight. That was crazy.
Fallen. Creeping around the corner here. Not finding anybody. Malik waiting. Oh, Vulcan about to catch Shadow off guard. Fallen Knight coming in. Malik gives away his position, and he's going to get dropped. A little bit of damage has been done, though. Nexera trying to prevent them from getting on the A site too easily. Comes in, throwing utility, and it's Fallen Knight blasting him out of the sky. There he is on the sniper rifle. That's the type of play you'd expect to see from him on that ratio. And he's got another. Jumping around the corner, finding Vulgrant Valley. And it's Fallen Knight once again with the kills on the sniper rifle. That's what Team Rain needed right there.
Yeah,
almost get a little more pep in your step now.
You would usually say, right, a sniper isn't as beneficial on the breach side, right? But in this situation where Fallen Knight can just jump in, leap in and find a triple and for example, catch Jimmy off, right? That was the thing they needed to do. They needed to make sure they stopped Jimmy. And if that is something you can do with your ratio and now going in for an early fight here as well into middle, this can be the things benefiting for your team, being very beneficial in a way. Now not finding an entry though. Puts the sniper into an awkward spot again. So that was your chance you had. It's now not given. Now you're starting to get quite a bit dicey, I feel like, in a way. Where you're going to have to use it while executing a sight, which might not be as effective. He's moving up towards A to try and catch him. Jimmy knows there's probably a sniper there, so he isn't going to go for a jump spot like he did previously. Well, it looks like Rain is putting lots of emphasis towards the A side. Nexera might go for a swing for some intel. Jimmy swinging. Nexera peeking on his contact. Well done by Invictus again. Team play. They're reigning supreme in that department, and they're gonna go for another. That's Fallen Knight falling. Jimmy obviously taken down, but the sniper is out.
Yeah, the way their swinging angles got each other's back, it is definitely better. It's... I think Evil Vision is another team that just... Ooh, Nexera. Evil Vision's another team that does such a good job with watching each other's back, but Invictus, I think, has beaten them in that department at this point. Here's that play, Fallen Knight finding Jimmy, Malik missing an opportunity to find a nice little 2K there. My line deletes him. And watch it right now. Pop around the corner. Util coming in. Fallen Knight says deleted. You can't even come through the double doors right there. That was 2. He gets 4 this round. Vulgrant. And then Valley making a whole lot of noise, not hitting anything. Ooh.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's sad we couldn't see the Invictus Evil Vision game, because that's a mastermind game overall, right? It's two masterminds of IGLs playing up against each other. Rain just trying to do it with their raw firepower, which you can see benefited, right? Because in terms of raw firepower, they are on another level when it comes to Evil Vision. But here on Invictus, you got players that have both. You got Jimmy as an IGL, but you also got all the players that are so good individually speaking. With the rep from Jimmy now inbound, this can be great. He's trigger disciplining his way through, but gets caught by Faultless. Oh my, we didn't see that kill, but I definitely felt it if I was Jimmy.
Just about a minute here on the clock. Invictus looking like round number 20 is not going to be going their way, but no, Naxera is trying to save the day. Malik is there. He's down to 2 HP. He's swinging out. See that gyroscope going off right now, and it's Fallen Light, and my line going to close it out. 11-9. Invictus still in the lead, but Team Rain trying to make their way back here. Economy is going to start coming in big here for Team Invictus if they just keep trading rounds back and forth. They need to close this out.
Yeah, and here now. Otherwise, Rain is capitalizing, getting things back on their way. This can be a real big comeback, Jake. We didn't expect it anymore, but they have definitely shown that they're capable of doing exactly that. Naxera found falling. He's been getting a little overzealous at times. He's been a little bit too overconfident, I feel like. He's gonna have to chill, take a chill pill, get help from his teammates here. Around the corner. With that, Rain has found an entry. Can probably easier access the B side. Although still having to choose where to go through the mid side. That's how you do so. Or getting a flash kill on top of Valley. Round from Rain. Still looking really good with a 4v2. They're choosing B. Jimmy will hear this. Malik will be in play. Trying to do this. Trying to hold on. He's going to have to find some headshots. 2 kills would be nice. Only good for 1 right now. 2 versus 3 left.
Malik making sure everybody comes back. Stab pops to reload. Man advantage is in favor of Team Rain. And they should play this bomb here. They need the cash. They're going to get it. About to have the swing here. Up mid, and Fallen Knight wins that gunfight versus Jimmy. That's huge. Now leaving it up to Malik. I don't know how he hit that one. The game sense knowing where he was at. Incredible. That's what happens when you play and practice so much. Dude, no way. Almost able to pull it off. Faultless finally puts him down, but boy, did they let it get a little too close for comfort there. Team Rain just 1 point away from tying it up. Saw some Rain fans a little frustrated there in the comment section. Don't give up on them just yet. Well, Jesse, we've been talking about it a little bit here every time we've casted Rain, where it's like they're just coasting right up into the point they really need to go ahead and put the pedal to the metal. Then they're going to play. Until then, they're just going to sit there and, you know, just have a good time. It's all good, man.
And that moment is now. That moment is now.
Exactly. Then the moment is now.
For them to do it. Let's see if they can. This has been a good game for Rain. Ultimately as well in these rounds, we see the entries going the other way. See the entries going away of Rain, which has been really beneficial. This time, it's Vulgrant looking for it, finding success, then Valley trading him out. So the advantage goes to Invictus. This is prime position for them to do it again, because Rain gonna make the move rather than the other way around, which they haven't really been able to do. The side holds have been great. Once Invictus have a man-up situation, Naxera doesn't need to go for an overzealous peak. Now they're just waiting. Waiting from service as well as Jimmy is jump spotting, spotting Donnelly. Oh, jump a second time. You'll get caught. Donnelly sneaks through. Naxera might hear this. Opportunity to push elsewhere. Myline is on B in the meantime. A lot of fights happening around the map with the bomb looking to rotate in towards that A side. But with so much control from Myline, the rotation will actually be called towards the B side, which could not be heard by Malik. So finding A clear, Invictus will set up for a 3 versus 3 retake here. This is probably one of their most important retakes and the most important post plant of the game, of the best of 7 we've seen so far. Great flag there onto Myline. Tried to catch the rotations off guard, couldn't. Malik will be found on long in the meantime, while Valley jumps around the corner. Mandatory fight. Wilm against Donnelly. Shadow planting initially, knows he's on the site. He's gonna have to try and find 1v1s, knows where Xera is. Might want to try and go for a peek. Gets that frag, now turning around. Ravelli is waiting. Can he do it? Can Shadow find it? No! His second Romanian friend will be taking him down. And that's where Invictus thrives. That's where Invictus finds 12. And although the round got so close, it could have been a tied up spot. It isn't, as Invictus is on map point.
Yeah, it is now match point. Even the last round, Team Rain won. It's, again, you still get the vibe Invictus is dominating that. Malik coming in, grabbing 2 players' headshots, making it look easy. Rain won it. But did they really? Again, it just feels like Invictus is just that little bit above them. Even the rounds are losing, they're still just kicking the crap out of them. Match point here for Invictus. They could close it out 13-10 and be ahead 2-1 at the end of the first day of the grand finals here for Worlds. We're going to see if Team Rain can keep their head above water or not. Jimmy, he's been a little quiet in the last few rounds. Maybe it's time to make his voice heard once again. He's got his finger on the trigger making some noise. Just letting everybody know that he's there. Don't come over there. This is my headquarters. 12-10.
We're already going the way of the picks, right? And now Bureau doing that potentially as well. Could be all the map picks going the right way. No one protecting B. That's dangerous.
Vulgar coming in, realizing the situation they're in. Smoke out. I love the trigger discipline there, not getting himself away. They're gonna have a little confidence to move in here. Oh, that FPS timing. Oh my gosh, it's just peekaboo right now. He's gonna come out, finds one quick trade there by Fallen Knight. That's big. Valley comes in with some util, gonna force him back down. They're trying to take this B site right now. There's Malik once again finding the headshot. He's gonna be traded out by Faultless. No more damage. Can it be done by him? Jimmy taking his time. You're trying, still almost playing that lurker spot there. 2 teammates coming behind for Vince. Fallen Knight has to stop him from coming in. Able to find one. He heard him. He's going to swing back. He's able to do it. 2 headshots there to his name. It's all to Jimmy in a 1 versus 3. The bomb is being planted as we speak. And Jimmy is just taking his time. Here's the moment. Can he shine? Can he close this out for his team? This will go down in the history books as one of the best plays in Critical Ops if he's able to do it. Bomb slowly taking down. That smoke's about to dissipate. Grenade comes in, does a little bit of damage. I think he saw Faultless on his right. He's gonna find him. He's caught off guard. They know where he's at now. With the pre-fire coming in, Shadow is able to find the headshot on him, and Team Rain is hanging in just a little bit longer.
Yep.
Still match
They've
point.
managed. Oi, oi, oi. This game is getting closer by the second. Round 25 Invictus is playing for. They have pistols, so please don't underestimate those pistols. We gotta say, we've seen Invictus do it twice, which caused them to be victors on both map 1, actually map 2, but also this one where we saw a pistol play. For now, most important part is focusing on round 25.
This seems like a different Rain compared to the last couple times Invictus was in the situation with the pistols.
Yeah.
It does. You can just feel it. They're ready. Again, they're applying the pressure. They're ready to play now. They've just been coasting. They've been having fun. And this is something you see from Rain time and time again. Can Invictus prevent it from raining here on map number 3? We're about to find out. Valley getting away his position, creeping out. There are pistols. They know they got to be careful. These long-range altercations are not going to go well for them. Donnelly coming out. Jimmy trying to get sneaky here. He's going to come out. They're making some noise right now. Donnelly and Fallen Knight there in the kill feed. Jimmy coming out, not able to find another one, and it's going to be cleaned up here by Team Rain. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we are going to round number 25. We both said we thought this round was going to be a toss-up. It was going to be incredibly close. And dare I say, we've done a phenomenal job predicting these maps so far. It's almost like we've been doing this for a while, Jesse.
Oh, Jake, don't get your hands up too much. We might actually see some crazy things happen on some other maps, but I gotta say, we have predicted it quite well. Our analysis for one of the first times potentially going completely right in a way. Oh, let's see. Round 25. As we expected many of these maps to go, but definitely not those first 2. Now we're going to see much more of those 50-50 maps, and we're going to round 25. This was where it was round 7 or map 7 on Canal's last World Championship. Look at this run up. Myline going fast, throwing it around the corner. 1-for-1 trade. Valley is waiting on the side. So much press on him with Xera joining in. Xera trying from HQ to find the frag. He's very, very itchy on that one. Damage done to the Rain side already, so the advantage is most certainly on the side from Invictus here. No wraparound coming out. All of them fighting hands up, trying to help each other. Armor broken from Dolly, then a swing from Malik finding success. It's a 2 versus 2, as close as it can be with Jimmy and Malik left. Fallen Knight having to clutch. They'll not do it. Malik gets a triple kill to win the round and the game for Invictus. Jimmy did so much, finds the defuse for the cherry on top. Invictus is up 2-1 into day 2.
13-12, closing it out. They say, rain, go again, go away. We will see you tomorrow. 23-18 there for Jimmy. What an incredible map number 3.
Oh my. Oh my, oh my. And again, it's as close as it can be. That retake even falling down to a 2 versus 2 with them Malik, the old player from Rain we played for last season, to now find his own ex-teammates falling. And Invictus take it. This was a map, if it would have gone the way of Rain, tomorrow we would have said, ooh, Raid, looking quite good for Rain. This is where we could see Rain really excel. No, Invictus does manage to find it. And they will go into day 2, having that Raid as sort of a wild card potentially. But I gotta say, I still feel like this series is going to be very, very long, because Rain have definitely surprised me in a good way. Really good way. Because even this Bureau game, the resilience they found, 6-6, we say this game is done. Rain fought all the way back to 12 to then fall right before our eyes with a 2 versus 2 retake. That's insane to me. Also with a Turkish ping where my line just played an incredible game, made some great comebacks in the end. 16 and 17 is a great scoreline for him playing on such high ping and in the beginning being so incredibly tough. We got over 1K viewers, Jake, as well. I mean, this has just been a great day. Such a lovely day to have you guys all here.
Yes,
and
thank
Invictus
you all
up 2-1.
so much for hanging out with us. I mean, what an incredible last map. You can see Team Rain can't play, but they just didn't turn the heat up fast enough on that. Invictus all over them. And I think, again, coming into tomorrow, just thinking about that map of Raid, the way Invictus has been playing, that scrappy, cheeky, unconventional playstyle, I think can translate so well to Raid on the Breach side. Now, Team Rain should know that. They should be prepared for it, and they're going to have a full day here to work on some strats, try to figure some things out. Also, everybody gets to reset now. Can Jimmy carry his performance from the last 3 maps into tomorrow? That is a hard thing to do. Not impossible, but it can be a very, very difficult thing to do. There's a lot of wild cards coming into this, but if you're an Invictus fan, you have to be so incredibly happy. But again, for the Rain fans out there, don't count your team out just yet. Ladies and gentlemen, just want to let you know that the viewer rewards are now open. That's right. You can click that button. You can tap it with your nose, nudge it, whatever you like to do to make sure you let us know you are watching. You can now do so because the viewer rewards are open. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. It has been an absolutely insane set of matches today. And we still have more coming tomorrow.
Hey, Master definitely has watched from the sidelines, man. What did you think of this game? Because I think it couldn't get closer.
Dude, this was absolutely and again, back to the surprise of things actually going the way we think it is.
Yeah.
This was close. This was your default. This was Bureau. Everybody's played it for years and years and years. And man, was they just close. Now, don't be wrong. If Jimmy was, throwing it, it was not a good time. But if he was on point, it was going their way. And so I think if Jimmy just had, that extra nitrous in the tank that he could just keep barreling forward, this could have been a little different.
Yeah.
But getting down to as close as it could humanly possibly get is great and insane to see. And, again, that's what we called it. And now tomorrow, Raid may be part of the same, as long as the aggression is there. Remember, Raid is definitely going to be, if you can be on the Breach side and you can run hard, fast, and you have the aim, you'll do great. If you don't, well, we'll see how that goes.
It's a good warm-up map. And again, I feel like Raid also tactically, in the tactical aspect of things, have surprised me a lot, right? They were struggling a lot in the early stages of this Breach site, calling it a tactical timeout. And immediately the adjustment that Jake and me were particularly pointing out in a way like, okay, put some more pressure elsewhere. They immediately did that. Finding mostly pressure towards that A side where they caught Jimmy off guard a few times, picking up those sniper, picking up a frag while players were jumping. and mostly adjusting and according to play, definitely making some small changes to their play, which actually led to them getting this far. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough to make the end come out. Again, a 2 versus 2. It's okay to lose sometimes, just not when it's 12-12.
Yeah, it could have gone either way. I mean, it could have right there in that situation. It went the side of Invictus. When Jimmy got dropped by Fall Knight on the sniper rifle over there on server side, that's when it seemed to change for Team Rain. It was that play right there when they had that pause, went into it, and things just started to click a little bit more for them. They got to be able to carry that into tomorrow, though. They were just, again, they seemed... It's just that play where it's like they're almost kind of asleep. They're just coasting, and then they start coming alive right when the pressure is needed. Like, okay, now we're getting down here. We've got 4 maps to work with tomorrow. And that's kind of the mindset I think Rain has too. I mean, instead of like, let's just try to close this out really quick, 4-0 or 4-1, let's play all the maps. Let's get up close and personal with them. Let's use every little thing we possibly can. We can lose this map here, but we can win this one, whatever one you're comfortable on, and just keep things close and play to your best ability. Learn what the players are doing to try to predict what's going on to the next map. And that's just the vibe they give me.
If Rain goes the way of if Raid goes the way of Rain, the double R, then I would say that is true. If Invictus, though, setting themselves up immediately for that Raid game, looking into Port, a map that in the semifinals, actually, Rain lost 4-13 against Evil Vision on, that is becoming a little bit of a problem. So we need to start up immediately with that Raid game. And like Game has said, if you got your aim ready, if you're waking up nicely, if Jimmy doesn't give again those warning signs like I was talking about, I would have loved to see some warning signs, from Jimmy playing this good, because he was like, yeah, we're gonna do great, we are gonna do great. He should have just said, I am gonna do great, because that would have just definitely made me aware of what was going on.
Yeah, I don't think any of us expected Jimmy to just pop off as hard as he has today. He's been a very, very important person for Invictus today. I mean, if he was just doing the middle of the pack, these games would be very, very different. But it's the fact that Jimmy was just on an entirely different level today for most of the games, it really kept this very competitive. So, as long as Jimmy can get some good rest, relax, maybe get a massage, be ready to go, then I think we'll continue to do it. But if Jimmy falls off, someone else has to pick that up and be ready for tomorrow. Yeah. Because if not, it could be a bad time, because we will see at least 2 Raid and Port at minimum. If Invictus want to take both of those, then that's all we're going to see. But Rain may be able to pick up some of those because they are historically fantastic on Port.
Yep.
Raid, they have aggression, and that could go either way. Depends on how Invictus and Rain, as long as they're ready to go for the craziness. But like you said, Jesse, that is a great warm-up match, because you're able to go crazy. You're able to push that power, and I'll be excited to see how both of the teams operate, especially starting out on a Raid.
We'll be talking a lot more about everything happening, of course, tomorrow, right? That Raid is just for the future, guys. We're actually done with the stream. We're currently wrapping up, but for tomorrow, of course, definitely make sure you come back, right? We're starting off with such an insane map that can already determine quite a bit. At 5:30 p.m. Central European time, we will be there with actually the final stage, right? Right now it's the final stage, but that is the final day of Worlds. There's not going to be any more days this year for the World Championship. This is where you need to be. Starting off with a 2-1 from Invictus until the best of 7 is done, until one team hits 4, and whoever that will be, we'll find out tomorrow.
Can't get much more final than that.
Exactly.
Yeah, final day, final matches, final everything. But before we go, guys, thank you guys so much for being here and watching. We do appreciate it. And going up to that 1K viewership, absolutely crazy going into the last map. And of course, if you guys want to get notified when we go live, sometimes the platforms are not as great. They don't really tell you. So make sure that you're ringing the notification bell. It is very important, because YouTube may or may not tell you. And or follow on all the other platforms. Again, links for everything will be down in the description. You guys can find all those on the channel itself. And of course, make sure you're getting entered in for those giveaways, because those will be ending very soon. Because again, like we said, tomorrow's the last day, last matches, last chance to get involved for everything. So we appreciate it. I'm a master. We have Jesse Dutch Boy, and we have Sudden Death. Jake, we have had a fantastic time today. We appreciate you all so much, more than you know. And well, guys, do appreciate it. We're here to sign off, and we'll see you here tomorrow.
Phenomenal. clearing there. My line finding a shot there on Noxic. 3 players at the line here. Bomb is going to go down, Jesse, and has been planted. Invictus getting some much-needed cash for the next round. It doesn't look like they're going to pull this one off. They have 2 players left. Might be able to, though.
Jimmy needs to step up.
Valley tough 1v3.
Yeah. Yeah, put him in the top spot, and he has to deliver with being on such high ping. Well, it allows the others to still, I guess, perform. It's looking quite good, because Faultless is having an absolute hamming showdown. What a triple. Faultless around the corner, and 4 in hand, tries to line him up. Can't do it, Deagle just breaking the armor. Get Faultless down low. He's going to have to get help on the side quite soon, but everything is smoked off. Will help, though, as Myline joins the party. Faultless still standing. This could all fall apart. Jimmy's going to have to clutch. A 1 versus 2 required from him. Time, not to the side. Turning left is required. He finds Myline. He knows where Faultless is. Out of bullets. Oh, beat the 50 out. No time. Can Jimmy do it? No, he can't. Oh, my. Faultless.
The refrag up. Not able to do so. They're moving in. Only 13 seconds to work with. Faultless with 2 of the M4 in his hand. Trying to find the other. He's going to put down by Jimmy before giving more damage to his team. It's a 2v3 situation.
They have to play fast.
Coming around the corner. Headshot on Fallen Knight. Perfectly lined up. Bomb is down. He needs to get out.
Oh, Jimmy gets them all.
Invictus trying to open it up. Oh my gosh. Sizzix and Shadow in there. Valley coming from behind. Finds Faultless. To see a blue in the kill feed right now. Invictus working. Slow but surely.
Quite good, because Faultless expects B to be completely clear. So Jimmy is potentially going to take 2 of them down while they're not aware. Shadow still to be caught. And the steps being made. Is Jimmy going to hear it? He will. With Faultless moving in, Jimmy's going to have to turn his back. Still stands. How is Jimmy doing this? He takes 2 out of nowhere. Turns his back around. Jimmy might master the art of everything. But that's not going to happen. Because Faultless originally trying to help without the steps being made. Jimmy might try and deny this bomb from going down. He's going to have a chance for it. The wallbang necessary. Fall and Knife will be dropped. Jimmy's still up for a chance, though. Having to swing towards Bar to find Shadow. The flash, the play. Jimmy goes for a ninja. He's defusing. He's halfway done. Looks like watching it will be taken, but Jimmy gets it.
Just trying to bug Team Rain. There's now being a little cheeky. Finds Sizzix. Oh my gosh, you can't let Jesse. Are you looking what I'm looking at?
Yeah,
this is potentially a win on Eagle.
It ends. Oh my. What? It will go out in a bit, where Rain is now going to look for this retake here over towards that A site. The strong teams remaining to be on top. Faultless, greatly boosted here. Oh, what a tap!
Valley about to pop out, decides not to. They need to move. Shadow and Faultless at the sea of blue in the kill feed. 2 in the hands of Faultless with the AUG. Yeah, pick it up. It's time. No Valley. Jesse doesn't have time trying to listen. For the very first time here since the flip, Faultless comes out. He's the first to get dropped. Donnelly coming to the refrag, and it's chaos right now. Util coming out. Naxera finding 2, trying to find the 3rd. He's going to get dropped by Shadow, finds 2 himself. Not find a 3rd. He's able to do so. Finds Valley. Down to this 1 versus 1. It's Malik v Shadow. He is going to pull it off. And they're slowly getting picked off here. Fallen Knight. Big kill there on Volgren. Rain making it work. And there it is. Malik finding 3.
We'll catch him briefly. Up close, Malik looking for it. That's 1 way. Shadow and smoked him off, giving Malik a chance to go for a reload. He swings out a second time. Will be fine. One from Rain has already swung the side, so all 4 pushing might be dangerous. Forced to deal with Donnelly. We'll see them. No one on the bomb though. No one yet defusing. Now all wrapping around. Jimmy getting himself a double. Lurking play will be caught. And
shooting gallery if they pull around. Jimmy is going to be the one to peek the corner and say hello. And yeah, there it is. It's a quad feed. Lord Farquaad is in the house. Might come up with the
Rain side is so awkward. Donnelly is just checking without any info. Now faced with danger. Some few breach players are looking to push their way in. Now Vent's getting cleared, and don't doubt yourself, because you've just put in every hour that you possibly can. Play too much for your liking even. That's when you know you've put in the effort. Good shot from Valley to open things up. And Invictus, man. Crazy work here on Bureau. Faultless though might end their lives, might end their dreams as he tried to chase. Will fight Naxera. That's a opening up.
Billy get that player inside of Orange. Spot has been spotted by Donnelly, and Volgren is down.
Guy, 2 versus 2. Although Vulgran there going aggressive, he could have planted the bomb. Jimmy picks up the sniper. Can he get this? Jimmy can't, because Faultless is in the way. But that...
Yes, Shadow. Now the last man alive. Look like he's in a cup. They're about to push on in. It's Invictus right now. MyLine able to find one. Donnelly in a tough spot against the second. Donnelly's about to go down. And MyLine is just beasting and feasting right now. Vulgran low HP. Vulgran decides not to stick it. Swings out. And there it is. A potentially higher pay.
That is going to affect you on every single server that we play. Turkey just a little bit farther away. See how this eco round will go. Nexera, 3 kills already. Make it 4 in total. Oh no, this round could still fall apart. The XD's...
Almost like they're playing scared. Oh, it's Jimmy just feeding right now. It's a full 8.
Read exactly what Rain is doing, and with them not having a player on the other side of the map, you can see Vulgran starting to rotate in. Rain does not have players on every single angle, and now Vulgran will go for a lure, catching up 2. That's Nexera finding Donnelly. The second should be found at the
exact same time.
Yeah, but the thing is also, and I noticed that myself, because in the games I play with my team, I'm also always like the IGL. When I'm having a good mood, my team is having a good mood, and that's what we're seeing with Malik right now. Do something.
So I'll let Gyroscope come into play there with Malik. Fall Knight coming in. Malik gives away his position, and he's going to get dropped. A little bit of damage has been done, though. Nexera trying to prevent them from getting on the A site too easily. Comes in, throwing utility, and it's Fall Knight blasting him out of the sky. There he is on the sniper rifle. That's the type of play you'd expect to see from him on that ratio. And he's got another. Jumping around the corner, finding Vulgran's Valley. Does a little bit of damage. I think he saw Faultless on his right. He's going to find him. He's caught off guard. They know where he's at now. With the pre-fire coming in, Shadow is able to find the hedge.
On Canal's last World Championship. Look at this run up. MyLine going fast. Throwing around the corner. 1-for-1 trade. Valley is waiting on the side. So much press on him. With Nexera joining in. Nexera trying from HQ to find the frag. He's very, very itchy on that one. Damage done to the Rain side already, so the advantage is most certainly on the side from Invictus here. No wraparound coming out, all of them fighting hands up, trying to help each other. Armor broken from Dolly, then a swing from Malik finding success. It's a 2 versus 2, as close as it can be with Jimmy and Malik left. Fallen Knight having to...